Come on, get in there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Top 4 podcast. I am your host, Peter, on sports. You know what I'm saying? Big up Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
Season is nearly over. 1 or 2 more games to go, and we are done with the 22-23 season. I'll be glad to see the back of it.
We will be done indeed. I'm also joined by Robinho, Interisti, Forza Inter, Forza Nerazzurri.
Nerazzurri. We're
The
here.
black and blue, ladies and gents.
As one team signs out for the rest of the season, we got one more game to go, lads. Forza Inter, Forza Nerazzurri. Vamos! See.
Man said vamos and see like they are Italian words. That's an outrageous thing.
I know, I had to say both. Anyways, my season's done, innit?
There's a lot of people ready for the pod already. Big up Taha in the comments. He says, big up people. Lukaku is the last hope to save football. Saturday night. What's so funny? There's been so much talk about Lukaku. The guy wouldn't even start.
Listen. I don't know. I thought I was going to bring up later, but the PR redemption from this man has been insane. But we'll get onto it.
We'll dive into it. Endo says McAllister Monday. Hey, that's another one we need to discuss. We need to discuss that. McAllister Monday. Gasly season. He says,
"Hey, come on, Gasly. You know what I'm saying? Big up yourself."
Is that Pierre Gasly? Is that a reference? To that?
Pierre Gasly. You have to say it right.
The Bundesliga relegation playoff is popping. I've not been aware. Talk to me. Bundesliga relegation. Is there a thing?
I tried in it. Hamburg versus Stuttgart. I tried in it first leg. Obviously, it was a quick swipe, past the pad. Stuttgart won the first leg 3-0. I think is it today? Is that the Bundesliga?
Second leg, I believe it's today.
But it's 3-0 to my man, isn't it? It's 3-0 to Stuttgart. Obviously, Sven Mislintat, so I got to support the man.
It's 3-0 to my man.
Yeah, I got to support the massive. But yeah, Bundesliga action as well. Yeah, if you're into it, it's at 7. Whoa!
It's like Sky Sports, Jeff.
Is it on?
Watching that now. And guess what? Hamburg have taken the lead. It's 1-0 Hamburg. Let's go. Let's go. Jeff. Okay, I'm live. Gasly.
You're live, yeah. Keep the Oscar. Keep the update for us.
I will.
We'll be talking Bundesliga in this pod as well, so don't you worry.
Bundesliga, bro. We can't even call it Bundesliga. It's the Bundesliga, bro.
Shout out to Gasly. He said, "I didn't know they got Kevin Prince Boateng on the pod." Robin, I think that's to you. I think you're
Kevin Prince.
Mind you, Kevin Prince is wearing the wrong Milan kit, though.
That's a compliment, man. The ladies love Kevin Prince, man. That's a compliment.
The ladies also love Lukaku, apparently. So, but we'll get there.
Hey, you get into it here. If you're waiting for the relationship breakdown, we're here for that.
Ladies and gents, we will get into that. Oscar, is there any more before we dive in?
Yeah. Just a couple more. Adrian's in the building. He says, "What is Lukaku saying?" Football from? We're in the City era. Look, a Champions League is an illustrious trophy that they have not yet capitalized on. So Lukaku and Zeko and Lautaro Martinez and co could potentially save us.
Nico Barella, where are you? I need you lot to rise on Saturday. I need these men to rise.
Shout out to Balotelli's 11-12 only premises. He said still hanging from Saturday, the day out in Wembley. I tell you guys, if your team is ever in an FA Cup final or a League Cup final, just go to the day out. The day out is amazing.
Can I sneak him on there, mate? How about the Community Shield, mate? Because you'll find the Gooners at Wembley for the Community Shield.
You know what? I've never been to a Community Shield, but I feel like it's also a lit day out. I feel like it would be
Oscar, in August, it's lit.
August, sun's out.
Yeah, the August sun.
The Box Park in Wembley.
By the way,
it's that game wherever you win it, you're sick, or if you don't win it, it's just preseason.
I'm amazed Man United didn't have Box Park Wembley because it was all Man City in there. I thought, hang on a minute.
Well, they choose.
Oh, no. Trust me. We didn't. We were at Box Park Wembley. We were on shoot uphill. Trust me.
In Kilburn.
I said it was in North Weasley.
Like pictures of Kilburn High Road.
Listen, I went to get a trim. 10 a.m. The street was rammed. Nothing but red. Nothing but red.
No way.
All over Kilburn. I don't know why they picked Kilburn.
No, it's always been a spot for you. Like, I
I guess the Irish, isn't it? It's probably the Irish thing.
Brondesbury,
It's a
Kilburn,
spot, but like
always
whenever Chelsea are in the FA Cup or playing at Wembley, they always go Baker Street. Baker Street is the spot that everyone just gets the train from.
See,
funny enough, Kilburn is popping for Man United. I don't understand.
And Arsenal. Do you remember the FA Cup final between Arsenal and Chelsea? It was like Northwest was just Arsenal, man. It was completely like red out.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay, Pete. I'm sorry. I got this. Is about the comments, man. The commenters are here and they're saying things. I got.
Let's go.
Asad says, "Are you guys still going ahead with the call-in, or doing it next week? What are we doing, guys? What are we doing the
call-in? Oh yeah, on the call-in show.
You guys want the call-in
next week when the football's done. We'll call it.
Okay, they want the call-in. Yeah.
The Champions League. When Lukaku lifts that the big ears. Then we'll talk.
I said when he lifts the big ears.
I'm just gonna go on to the new commenters. Big up Mirad in the building. Wait, I'm not even doing my normal intro. I got cooked last week and found out the other day when I sat down to watch the remainder of the episode. Ooh, yeah, because you added him into.
It had to be done. It had to be done.
Yeah, we were added in together, Mirad. But I think some reconciliation will be done this week. We left some people out.
Big up C1. He says Oscar Gundogan. Top 5 midfielders in the PL. You told me, huh? Oh, not top 5. Yeah, I said he's not top 5 in the PL.
Top 5.
I did say that.
The Ilkay redemption is not redemption. I wouldn't call it that. But the Ilkay rise is such a weird one for me. I can't. It doesn't compute. You know what I'm saying? It don't really compute.
Yeah, that's weird. Taha said Oscar at the FA Cup last year. Bare Liverpool fans were in Harrow.
Harrow.
Oh. Okay, last comment. Endo's asking if I'm from Kilburn. I'm not from Kilburn, but close enough. Adrian said Forza City. C1 said Forza. Let's go. Wow. Let's go.
Let's get on to Wembley first things first. We have to take things in order. Manchester City do the double, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to an Ilkay Gundogan double, which made it Manchester City 2, Manchester United 1. They are your FA Cup.
Did you like the thumbnail? Did you like that?
What? Gunning for the double, gun for the double. I hear that.
It's the double, and he scored the double.
Double. When Ernest tried to say, what, gun for the gun or something like gunman Gundo or something. He's missed it. He's missed it.
He missed the double entendre.
He missed the double entendre.
No, but it's the double entendre. Are you? Check my wordplay. Santander. Come see me. Santander Central C. Come see me next mixtape. I'm there.
I saw it and I thought me, Oscar, and Michael were in a frigging group chat, blood. I saw the thing. I was like, this is so us. Like, there's no way. No way.
Hey, Taha said Oscar seems like a Barnet man. Respect you, man.
I said the 34 102 in that, yeah. Flip it.
Shout out to everybody from Barnet, but
we got the Barnet.
Hey, Barnet's big, you know. Barnet's not small.
That's the thing. When you say Barnet, that's ambiguous, blood. We could go far here.
Look at Balotelli's 11-12 only premises. That's a double-double. Phil Foden has won a double.
Phil Foden? Listen, the reason I don't even know why Chelsea sing it for John Terry. For Sol Campbell, it makes all the sense.
John Terry has won the double,
but so has Sol Campbell, and the scum from the lane have won all again. Yeah, because we took them from Tottenham. Okay. Anyway, but yes,
Sol Campbell's won a double. Ashley Cole's won the European Cup, and Ben Chilwell's won the European Cup. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I see you. I see what you're saying. But yes, indeed, as Balotelli has said there, man. Listen, Manchester City. 2 out of 3 they've got so far. They seem to, as soon as I didn't even want to watch the game, to be honest, because I couldn't stand watching Man City versus Man United. I mean, you must be kidding me. I'm not going to watch an FA Cup final with those two teams in it. And then, of course, when I found out Gundogan scored in like 12 seconds, I thought, I might tune in. I might see what's going on here. Have a little butchers.
Yeah.
And the game wasn't, to be fair, as a neutral, it didn't really do anything for me. I wasn't really necessarily into it. Obviously, if you're a fan of either team, it is what it is. Manchester City winning the FA Cup, which apparently was a cup that's eluding them. I didn't know this was a thing. They seem to talk about that a lot during the game and after the game. And it's like, City have finally got that FA Cup because apparently they've not. They've only won it like maybe once or twice since Guardiola's been there. And I'm like, listen,
how many times has Pep won it?
I think he's won it like once or twice. It's like once or twice. It's not many.
So it was the domestic treble.
Yeah,
I think this is the second time.
Is this the second? Oh wow! Okay.
I think, yeah.
They won a trophy. They won a trophy twice in 6 years, and it's a drought.
Apparently so.
Apparently so.
These guys.
Hey, listen. I know how that felt
These
growing
guys.
up, so it's fine.
But yes, listen, look, City get their FA Cup win. You know, the game was what it was. Robin, you know, obviously from a Manchester United perspective, you were heading into the game. I'm sure you were thinking, you know what, we could. There's obviously chances to win that, and you know, didn't quite get it over the line. It seemed like a game that
Yeah,
was a game too far, or maybe the quality was just a bit too much. Am I wrong in
I
saying
wouldn't
that?
even. I wouldn't even say that. So this is my perspective, really. Um, I'm gonna say that we lost on set pieces. I'll say that. So the first goal, nothing you could do about it. Gunnagon, fantastic. Nothing. I'm not even counting that up. Because when that goal went in, I thought, oh my gosh, here we go. It is going to be
I
a
want to know what happened in your mind, because even I just sat down.
I said, I was like, oh my gosh. No, my first word was really? That was my first word. I said, really? 13 seconds.
In the group chat, what was said in the group chat? There was something that was said in the group chat. I said, nah, there's no way.
I just put bomber. That's what I put in the group chat.
Because I literally thought, oh no, they're gonna kill us here. But if we look at how the game went, the first 15 minutes, yeah, they're on us on top. We were completely frazzled, like not there. And then we somewhat weathered the storm. And then we had a couple chances here and there. There was a couple chances from Bruno, a couple chances from Rashford. And it was literally the issue that we had to start. When we lost Martial, even though losing Martial's not the best thing, we lost a striker. And we lost a piece to actually put the ball in the net. And when you have those issues, it's always going to be an issue versus City. And then we get the penalty. The penalty, yes, I agree, was very generous. But I've seen worse things given for handball, so I'm not complaining this season about it.
You know what?
Worse than that.
I think it's a penalty. Like I get.
I said I've seen worse things given. That's why I'm not complaining.
It's been worse things given against Man United. So like that is definitely a penalty. The law is ridiculous, but there's no other way to judge how the law should be taken. Like Wan-Bissaka's header is essentially into the box area. It's in the penalty area. It hits his hand.
Pete, I'm not saying it's a pen, but in the letter of the law and what's happened this season, and you can agree what's happened this season, there's been worse things that have been given. So that's I'm like
what? Like what?
If you look at the Real Sociedad, when Bruno's hand was nowhere near off the hand, like literally stepped his body, it was still given as a handball.
That was mad.
I'll say this. I'll say this on that Sociedad one. UEFA are clearly bent when it came to the penalties this season. Because I mean, look at the penalties they were giving all season. Like I remember Stamford Bridge,
we will get onto the Roma one when we talk about
exactly. Yeah,
we'll
right, exactly. So the UEFA thing, I don't want to
away crazy. So when I'm saying this has been given as a pen.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't agree it's a pen, but if we're doing the rules that we've seen,
what shocked me was in this country. In this competition, like I'm seeing like what I saw was a UEFA Champions League, Europa League penalty given on Saturday. That's what that was to me. So people saying it's a penalty, I'm just like, okay, because it hit the hand, yeah, all right, fine. If every ball hits the hand, which is what the UEFA seems to be, if the ball hits the hand, regardless, it's a penalty.
Like his hand is up. Like his hand is up.
He's not even looking. He's not even looking at it.
It's always been my fault. It's always been my fault. Yeah. I mean, my thing was that. It's never about intention. If you're not looking, like most of the time when a player goes to make a tackle or to block a ball or whatever, they're never intending to handball it or intending to foul the player. It just happens that they've mistimed it. And I think if I'm heading the ball across goal to my player and you block it with an outstretched hand, it has to be a penalty. It has to. How can it not?
I don't know, man. I just thought... And listen, I'm probably being harsh on this. It's the only way Man United were scoring in that game. They needed something like that. Yeah, they needed a stroke like that where I was just like, come on. If this is what this is, because you know what? Say the penalty doesn't exist, right? I know City weren't blistering. City weren't dominant. City weren't all this, that, and the other. They were comfortable. They were just comfortable. But like, they could have gone and got 2, 3, and 4 had this penalty not been given, because the penalty kind of changed the game and made it a bit more spicy.
Yeah. So
definitely did.
we get to 1-1, and
Well,
honestly,
Robin, just before we move on to that, I just want to read a couple comments about the penalty because people are having their say. Taha says, I don't think that's a pen, but personally in 2023 it gets given. C1 says the law is absurd, but personally it's not a pen. Even the Fred one on KDB, I don't think it was a pen. Robin, what did you think of Fred taking down KDB literally 10 seconds after?
In my mind, when I saw that, I didn't think Fred Pens was an either because Fred is in front of the ball and Fred gets the ball right in front and then turns around, in which KDB falls in front of him. So I'm thinking that's not a pen.
Couldn't agree
trying
more.
to buy it. KD's trying to buy it, and if it was a different ref, I think it might have been given. But I don't think it was a pen.
I don't even think KDB is trying to buy it. I just think the ball was up for grabs. It's not KDB's ball. So at the end of the day, if Fred steps in front of KDB and KDB trips over his leg, it's like, all right, move on. Like Fred won the duel, in my opinion. I don't think that was a penalty. Peter, what did you think?
Yeah, no. To be honest, I did think it was a penalty. I think it was one of them where I thought, like, sorry, as when you look at what was being given out, you know what I'm saying? When you look at what's been given out here, like overall, I'll probably say, do you know what? If neither are a penalty, not batting an eyelid, we're moving on with the game. But if we're now going to start acting up and start giving those kind of decisions away, I'm so sorry. City had a penalty on the cards there as well. He brings him down. He brings him down.
But it's not. KDB is not. It's not his ball. He's not in possession of the ball. It's a 50-50. Both of them, whoever gets there first can get there first. Fred was ahead of KDB and stopped and spun. So the fact that he stopped, KDB's momentum is taking him over Fred's leg. Like it's not like KDB.
I see what you mean. As in, I get that bit, but as in, like I'm saying to you, like look at the fashion in which they're given the Jack Grealish one.
Yeah, but that's a completely different thing.
It's a different style. No, but it's still ludicrous. The truth of the matter is this: us guys are saying in the ear and in the chat, we know that these decisions need to be changed. The rules need to be fixed. And you said, Oscar, earlier on, like, I don't know how they can fix it. And I'm thinking, well, no, they can fix it. Like they can just look at it in a sense of just because it touched his hand, let the referee go and have a look. And look at the situation in isolation. Look at it in this moment where you think, do you think Jack Grealish has deliberately tried to stop the ball from a goal scoring opportunity? Do you think Fred has tried to stop the player from an attacking option?
That's exactly the problem with VAR, because Balotelli says the same thing. He says not even a VAR check. A VAR is only going to tell the referee to check if they're telling him to change his mind, essentially. They're saying, you have missed something. VAR, like, the referee was in good position. He saw Fred. He saw De Bruyne. He let it happen. The VAR would only call him if they said, look, there's something you have not seen. That's the only way. So the problem of VAR is that they don't let the referee make a choice. They basically say, yo, it touched his hand. You missed it. Go and spot that. Like,
well, interestingly though, I don't know if you remember on the Monday Night Football, one of these Monday Night Footballs, they were showing, what actually happens during a VAR check, and it's not a case of they're telling him you need to change your decision. They're just saying, are you happy with what you've seen there?
But now, the example they gave was terrible. They gave the example of Havertz handball versus Liverpool, which the referee is behind Havertz, so he does not see it touch Havertz's hand. Then the ball rebounds off the keeper, hits Havertz in the hand, and goes in. The referee is obviously going to give it a goal because he hasn't seen the hand touch. The VAR said, oh, by the way, it's touched his hand. You need to come and look at this. He goes and looks at the monitor. It's the easiest VAR call of the season. Not a single Chelsea fan complained about that VAR call. It wasn't a contentious one. So they made it very, very easy by choosing that one. They should have chose one that was like, after the replays, we were 50-50. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, no, I see your point there, but then also they gave the Arsenal Newcastle United game, didn't they? Where Kivior has apparently has touched it with his hand. It ends up being the short, and what they made clear was have another look at this and see if you're happy with the fact that you think it's touched his hand, because it was a difficult one to tell, right? If the referee could have got that, no one's really crying at him if he's got that decision wrong. But on this occasion, it's like, no, you want to have a look. If you're happy with what you've seen, give the penalty. I don't think it was a case of you need to change your decision here. I don't think I saw that, to be fair. I don't know.
Yeah, but I just think if the referee has seen a decision, they are very unlikely to go and check VAR. And the one time, I think there was one time it happened where the referee went to go check and he still came out with the same decision. And it was like a big deal because majority of them, they just don't do that. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of it all, like Robin, where obviously you're disappointed with the goal being conceded after 10, 12 seconds, whatever it was. And then the second goal of you get back in the game. The second goal that you concede, and every man and his dog is asking where is the goalkeeper? And straight away I'm hearing news about I'm hearing news about this new contract. Obviously, De Gea, I think he's out of contract this season, isn't he? In the summer, like how on God's green earth does Ten Hag give this man a new deal? How?
So, in my mind, first of all, let's start off with the second goal. Number one, Gundogan shouldn't have that space. I think he's just left clear as they to have a shot. And I'm not even blaming De Gea for the second goal because he gets a hand on it and he's just a bit unlucky. I look at the defenders. I literally look at Varane and I look at everyone else saying that could have been easily defended because it went through like 3 people before De Gea. So De Gea is kind of blind. So I think it's more unfortunate on him, and I'm not blaming him for that specific goal. In terms of the contract, what also the news has come out already is that we can offer him a new contract, but he's no longer number 1. Like, that has been made very clear. And that's why, if you see today, because the announcement for his new deal was actually supposed to come out today, but it's been delayed because Ten Hag's already said that he's looking for a new goalkeeper and his number 1 spot is no longer guaranteed. So he needs to hold that, really. And if he wants to sign a new contract, then he needs to understand the fact that he won't be number 1. And I agree with that. I don't think Dean Henderson's good enough to come back, and he's probably going to get sold as well. So we're going to need a new goalkeeper anyway. And if De Gea needs to understand if he's no longer going to be number 1, could be number 2. I'm quite content with that.
You don't think Dean Henderson could be Man United's number 1?
No, I'm done with him.
Why?
Like, he talks too much and he doesn't back it up, and he's had quite a few chances. So,
Okay.
He went on loan this season and got benched. So like that's not a good.
That's not a good sign.
They did sign Keylor Navas though.
Imagine though,
let's not act like
you could have been bench at Man United. Probably would have been like the Europa League goalkeeper, right? You could have been bench at United
or FA Cup final. Yeah,
or FA. Yeah, could have won the FA Cup.
Won the Carabao. Yeah.
But he didn't do that, and he ended up on the bench at Forest. How fuming would you be?
Well, look, his career is nowhere near over. What he could do is easily go to and I'm just throwing a random team out there, so forgive the ignorance, but he could go to like a Bournemouth. I know Tavares, what's his name? Is it Tavares? He's having a good season with Bournemouth, but just like a team where he gets 38 games next season. That's what he needs. He needs 38 games next season, whereby it's like Jack Butland. I think they're releasing Jack Butland as well, Man United, right? Mm-hmm. And it's a case of what they need to do is get those players. Sheffield United have just come up. Maybe he goes back there. Maybe he goes to a Burnley, or maybe he goes to Luton, right? Like at the end of the day, these keepers need to get 38 games next season. That's the bottom line, and he could easily become Man United's number. Because I'll be honest with you, yeah. Like I don't trust Man United in the transfer window. I don't, and I never have since Fergie, and I never will until I see something that they do in the window.
That's a fair assessment.
They're fixing holes, right? Like at the end of the day, I can't see Man United replacing the number 1 goalkeeper this summer because there is other things that they need to sort out as well. And whether they've got all that money to sort out, striker, midfield, defense, and then the goalkeeper. Like there's a lot to sort out. And I think De Gea might get a new deal and be number 1 between now and next season with the prospect of the goalkeeper will be the priority to be sort of replaced in the next season or 2. I can't see it happening now. In all honesty,
the priority right now is midfield. The priority now is midfield, and
you need a centre forward. Yeah, because you haven't got a goal scorer. You haven't. Ronaldo got you 17 Premier League goals. I think it was last season, right? That's gone. You had a Cavani who, of course, he injury dependent, but my God, when he played, he scored goals. Anthony Martial, the fact that we are in 2023, and the fact that even like Oscar done the sort of the preview kind of review of last season, at the beginning of the season, and we were saying, who do we need to rise? Anthony Martial. Like, I am so fed up and done. I'm so done with him. I'm fed up with him. That we just think like Man United are here. They've bought plenty. The funny thing is, it's not that they've not tried to replace Martial. They've bought strikers since, and we're still here. The thing with Ten Hag, in my opinion, right? And you know me, I'm not his fan. I'm not his biggest fan by any stretch of the imagination. The number one thing I think that really concerns me about Ten Hag is his transfer windows. Thus far, you look at the signings he made last summer, right? And I look at Anthony. I look at, Sabitzer. I look at Lissandro Martinez, brilliant, a player that he had at his club. What other players? It's Val Veghorst. He's having a frigging laugh. He's having a flipping laugh. And if it's a case of money,
by the way, can confirm that Wout Weghorst and is not being signed, and I'm like, thank the heavens, because
the fact that it was even a debate is a worry. Is a worry.
Yeah, no, he's not. So hey ho. We've had good signings though. I will say that Casemiro, fantastic signing, and Lissandro Martinez. Those two stand out fantastically. And also, by the way, Casemiro, welcome to Manchester United properly. Welcome to Manchester United properly. I don't know if you've seen the news today or what's happened to him.
No,
but he's another one.
Another one. Another South American burgled in Manchester.
No, not burgled, not burgled.
What then?
He's a red, and I'll leave it at
that. He's a red.
He's a red.
I wonder what you mean by that. I wonder what you mean by that.
I'm doing my.
When you said welcome to Manchester, I thought, another South American who rocks up in Manchester United and has to fear for his life. Fair enough. Okay.
If you look at the news that have come out of Brazil, of what he's been up to.
Of Brazil, yeah.
I don't know, man. I did a quick Google. Ooh. Hey, he's a red!
What's going on here?
He's a red! Listen, I was just about to put my phone down. The last tweet I saw, I said, hey.
What's he done, man? Let's share it on the podcast. Come on.
In Brazil claimed that Manchester United midfielder Casemiro allegedly had an affair with model Cynthia Ramos for 5 years. However, Casemiro's wife denied the rumors. They've been married for 9. Naughty boy.
Why is he a red then? I don't understand.
Have you seen the affairs that go on in that club?
What, infidelity settings? Oh.
You think you could be a monogamous red? It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. These guys are sleeping and sleeping out.
Sleeping and sleeping.
Welcome. It's in the DNA.
Seriously.
Red Devils for sure, blood. Aye.
Adrian said, did he get caught with a granny? No, not quite a granny. In fairness to him, she's a bit of a knockout. But
what's a knockout? Is this Baywatch? It's a knockout.
It's DNA, man. It's a knockout.
It's like Yasmin Bleat.
Yasmin Bleat. That's a Balotelli and Casemiro tearing families apart. Don't forget Anthony Martial. Don't forget him in that list.
Tony Marshall, of course.
Don't forget Aaron Wan-Bissaka in that list.
Oh, Aaron.
These guys are serial offenders.
Listen, I'll never forget Wan-Bissaka because the next day he scored an absolute banger at Newcastle.
Can you be a faithful red? You cannot.
Can you be a faithful red?
You cannot. There was a couple comments on just generally Manchester United and the squad, and we'll touch on this before we move on. Endo says, guys, when you deep it, this Manchester United squad is really not good. Erik ten Hag has worked wonders with some of these, man. They don't even play football. They just lump it along to Rashford. Honestly, I agree with Endo. I feel so sorry for Erik ten Hag because trying to play football with some of the players he has at his disposal is difficult. And let's face it, like getting third and getting a trophy and getting, Champions League football, it's not an amazing season, but it's a decent first effort. Like, come again next year, buy some players that you need for your system, get rid of the guys that you don't want to play, and let's see what you're really trying to do here. Because, trying to play his system of football, I don't know what system you can play with players like McTominay, Fred, Ericsson who can't really run, Sancho who can't beat a man, De Gea who can't play out from the back. It's really, really hard. So I give him that grace. He has spent money, so I'm not completely removing that.
See,
but next season is go time.
And you see, that's where I mean, for me, I'm a bit like,
I guess not.
no, I can't lie. Okay, and listen, let's be very clear. I'll make my stance very clear so no one's under any illusions. I hate Manchester United with a passion. They're the number one club I hate the most. Let's be very, very clear. More than I hate Spurs, more than I hate Chelsea.
You won't be the
right?
last.
And I won't be the first, and I will show as hell won't be the last. But and the hateration might come out in terms of what I'm saying here. I'm not buying that comment. Purely two things. Because there's a part of me that's thinking, do you know what though? I think United finished third this season. In the same way, I think Arsenal finished second this season because the Chelseas, the Liverpools, the like, they are not awake this season. And I genuinely, we can call it hateration, right? Fine. But
no,
also,
it's not hating. It's just how many times are we going to say this?
No, I get your point because you're like, listen, every year there is a team that falls down. Fine. But the other point you made there, how much money, mathematicians out there, how much money did Eric Ten Hag spend this summer, this season? How much money did he spend? And for you to tell me, listen, I get it. When you're up against Manchester City, it's very much more magnetized. You can see it like as clear as day when you look at his bench versus City's bench, right? Fine. I'm not trying to compare Man United to Man City, even though we should be for the money spent. We can't because they're in a different class.
Yeah. If you're a top manager, a top manager who plays well, good football, recruits well, has a style of play, do you expect a manager to get every signing right?
No, I don't. No, but
okay,
I wouldn't.
That's one.
Okay.
You expect a manager to get every signing right in their first season in a new league?
No, I don't. But there is more to your question. There's more meat to the question you're asking there.
To the bone. Look, I've got more. I've got more because I think we have to remember the garbage that Eric Ten Hag walked into. He walked into a pile of crap.
To a degree, yes. To a degree,
there's no
yes.
degree about it.
No,
there's a degree. Shall I tell you why? I'll tell you why there's a degree. Because
that
the thing
is
obtuse. Bear this in mind. Remember before a ball was kicked. No one is saying Newcastle is this. No one is saying Arsenal was this. Right?
But they were all saying United are rubbish.
They were saying United were rubbish, but top of that pile of rubbish. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like they would like, oh, we're talking about them like they're Brentford and they ain't got the players. Because Newcastle, for example, when Man United faced Newcastle in the Carabao Cup final, guess what kind of prevailed? Guess what kind of showed that Man United have been here and done this before. Newcastle, you're new to the game. Newcastle, you come to finals and you always seem to fold, right? Like, and it's not even it may not even be their fault, but
the players that rose in those moments are Bruno, Casemiro, Lisandro Martinez. The bits of quality that he has in the squad, Varane, Rashford,
and there you are. I love that you've brought that up. The big boy players at Manchester United, right? They're kittens when it comes to the big stage. Absolute kittens. And here's the thing: we don't say it enough, right? Because obviously, I know the scapegoats. The scapegoats, to be fair, are your Sanchos and your Bruno Fernandezes and stuff like that, right? But the truth of the matter is this: what have you done for me lately, Bruno? What have you done for me lately, Rashford? What have you done for me lately? The Sanchos.
Rashford's had one of his best seasons.
Exactly, but what has it amounted to? Like it's all well and good.
Trophy.
It's all well and good. It's all well and good having your, he's got 30 goals this season or whatever the case may be, right? It's all well and good to have that. But when I needed you to die on the cross for me on Saturday against Manchester City, you were not to be found.
What the cross?
But what I'm saying,
Oh,
what my point is this though. Every time, like Robin, you're a United fan. You watch United through and through, and you know full well when it comes to the plate, when it comes to the jugular, when it's WrestleMania, when it's the Super Bowl, and this goes back like Champions League finals. It goes back. We could look at the Rooneys of this world. We can look at whoever we want to look at in them days. When it came down to the creme de la creme. They fall short. This team lost to Sevilla, who were fighting relegation, and they've won the Europa League.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
we could talk about Sevilla and that Higgy competition.
Listen.
We'll get onto that because
the Spanish teams and European competition are two of the best things in football. I'll be very, very clear on that one, right?
We'll get onto that one. But
my thing is like none of your players.
I think you're being a bit too harsh here.
Who was your best player on Saturday?
Our best player on Saturday was Bruno,
and he was awful.
I don't think he wasn't awful.
And he was.
I don't think he was awful.
Oh, come on.
There was worse players on the pitch than him, than on our team.
No. I agree with you. Probably Bruno was your best player, but that's my point.
I'm saying Bruno wasn't bad.
It's him.
I think Bruno.
How many times?
Bruno created the most chances, and then we had no one to finish them.
How many times, Robin? How many times? If it's not at Old Trafford, Man United don't want to know. They don't want to know because even at Old Trafford, when you beat City this season, I mean, it was freaking Higgy, right? It was the most higgiest victories I've ever seen in my life.
Ender has made a great point. Eric Ten Hag has made Old Trafford a fortress.
Oh, Oscar, turn it, Oscar. Let's think. Do you hear yourself?
We only lost one game at Old Trafford.
Peter,
guys, because you're Manchester.
City there.
Oh my God, this is a shameless comment. Guys, this idea that Ten Hag turned Old Trafford to a it's the home stadium of Manchester United. That is a fortress. Period. It's to be a fortress.
How many times did you lose at home, Robin, in the league?
It's to be a fortress.
Yeah, they lost once at home.
Oscar.
And that was Brighton. That was the first game. That's the first game of the season. Brighton.
Guys, we didn't say this about Klopp when he had won however many games.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
My point
because we were worried about Chelsea's record being broken.
No, point is this, yeah. No, sorry, 85 games at home unbeaten. That's another conversation. That's another conversation. I'm not getting into that kind of realm.
They were getting there. No, we were worried. Oscar was worried.
Hear me out, guys. Yeah, because that's another class. I'm not talking about that class. I'm not even going there. What I'm saying is, if you're a top 6 side, can I be honest with you? If you're a top 6 side, the home is the fortress at minimum. That just comes with the territory. You can't be City. You can't be Liverpool. You can't be Oscar. Arsenal have been formidable at home for years. You can't be Man United. You can't be Chelsea.
When's the last time you had one defeat at home?
Okay, fine. One defeat. We may have not had that. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is, out of the 19 games, we've probably won 15. That's what you call a fortress.
This is just a foundation to build onto this second season. This is not what
this is
not the end of. This is not the final.
Like this is Newcastle United. Oscar, this is Manchester United we're talking about.
Yeah, but Manchester United haven't won a league since 10 years, bro.
They've been second. No, I'll keep it true. But they've been second twice. We're not going like this is a new revamped Manchester United.
Baraka said your home is a fortress. Yes, but Old Trafford was a fortress when he arrived.
Oscar, that's not nice. Oscar, you're not right. That's wrong. That's wrong. I get it. Rangnick had a friend.
You guys won at Old Trafford.
Oscar.
You guys were winning games there on your whack Arteta teams. You were winning games there.
We won one game there.
Bro,
twice. We won one game.
You won the time Aubameyang scored. No.
In the lockdown, that was it.
What about the time when De Gea fell down like an idiot and Emil Smith Rowe scored? That's where you went.
I think that was a draw. When a draw?
Nah,
shame. I thought it was a draw. Shame, my bad. I thought
going there collecting victories.
Wait, is that not the same game? Oh no, that's not the same game.
They're not. Okay. They're not. You guys were
I don't think we won though. I don't think we won.
Touch and go, 3 points. You were out.
No.
I remember that game because I was fuming at De Gea. I said, really?
No, but guys, come on, Oscar. But come on, Oscar. Oscar, you get the context.
All we want.
You get the context, Oscar.
It's Manchester United. They're a big club. So what? Leeds United are a big club and they're relegated.
No, Oscar, but it's not the same. Oscar, you're being what's the word? You're doing what you know what you're doing. This idea that you know what we need to praise Ten Hag because he's made Old Trafford a fortress is BS.
Peter,
It's
you
baloney.
don't
It's
want to
freaking
give
baloney.
No, but what I'm saying is that
I'm not doing anything. He won. No, I'll give him this. He won a trophy. He won a trophy in his first year and got the top 4, which I thought he should get the top 4. I predicted them to be in the top 4 anyway. So
But 2 seconds ago, 2 minutes ago, you were just discrediting him getting top 4 and saying that
I didn't discredit him top 4. I didn't discredit. No,
you said how good is it that a Newcastle team who you thought they were better than and an Arsenal team who you all thought they were better than also got top 4. So you when you first presented top 4, you weren't having it.
My bad if that's how it came across. What I was saying is purely on the basis of what Liverpool and Chelsea are doing. Because if Liverpool and Chelsea are behaving the way that they should be behaving, United and Arsenal don't make the top 4, neither do Newcastle. Right? Or maybe one of Arsenal or United makes the top 4, one of them doesn't. Because that Liverpool have been formidable for 4 or 5 years. Yeah, Chelsea are always there. Like no matter what Chelsea we've got, they're there or thereabouts. Because you finished 3rd last year, didn't you? And last year was Higgy for Chelsea in the league. It was Higgy, and you finised 3rd.
Shall I tell you how many games you lost at home?
How many? Tell me.
I actually don't know the stat of how many games you lost, but I know we only won 8. We only won 8 out of 19 at home.
Well, there you go. That's awful. You finished 3rd. That's the level I understand. I don't understand other teams being almost better than that, if that makes sense. Overall,
I just think people are trying to see. Okay, here is Ten Hag. He's coming to a pile of rubbish. What is he trying to do? How close is he getting to that? And we're ticking some of the boxes. And
he's coming to a pile of rubbish in comparison. In comparison to Liverpool and City, he came into a pile of rubbish. I'll give you that. I'm not denying that. But what I don't want to hear is like Ange Postecoglou when he's going to Spurs. I don't want to hear it like it's that kind of situation there. It wasn't that dire at Man United. Let's be very clear. It wasn't that dire. No, let's not do this. Look at you guys. No, Robin, no.
Who finished high last season? Man United or Spurs?
Spurs.
Well, I guess Spurs, because obviously, but Conte, because their manager was better than Man United's manager.
Peter,
I told you this from day one. I said the reason you make the top 4 is your manager.
The only reason we finished in Europa League is because West Ham lost on the last day of the season. We were actually going to conference. It was bad.
No, you were bad last year. There's no.
It was bad. Last season was.
But look at the manager you had. Look at the players you had last season. Let's put it this way. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Yeah, Man United had a better squad last season than this season. Is that fair to say?
No.
What do you mean? You had Pogba in it. What do you mean?
So Pogba was injured now.
Last season's squad, you're telling me is worse than this season?
Pogba was barely to be seen the whole season.
Okay. So to your argument, then, if this squad is better, what kind of rubbish are we talking about that Ten Hag is in?
It's better because of Ten Hag signings. Casemiro has come in. Lisandro Martinez has come in.
Remember, it was Harry Maguire throughout as well. We've not barely seen him sniff.
Listen,
trust me. You're trying to say this last season's squad when him is a prominent feature.
I don't.
I'm not having that. I'm not having that. No.
If my squad's got Ronaldo and Pogba, I would assume it was better than this season.
No.
That's just me personally speaking.
This is not.
Remember, it was Scott McTominay and Fred as a prominent feature.
I think we got FIFA card. Inform Pogba every week. That's not what we had.
No, but Pogba didn't play. He barely played.
Yeah, that was egregious.
It wasn't really. Let's be honest. You know when you say, look, Man United's last 4 seasons, right? It's a toss-up. Which squad was better?
Peter,
they've got all their bad and
on zero goal difference. We finished on 0.
What did you finish on this season?
I think it was like plus 15, something like that.
Exactly. Give yourselves a round of applause then. First of all, you got the Golden Glove this year, and you finished on only plus 15. Let's just think about it. Yeah. I get your point. Listen,
like
a goal difference of 0.
The reason why we finished on plus 15 because we conceded bare. Like we had those wild one-off games.
I hear that.
But in between the wild games, it was always like we conceded only one.
You know what's so crazy?
None.
Yeah. I'm looking at the league table. Yeah, Manchester City plus 61. Arsenal plus 45. Man United plus 15.
It's a farce. It's a freaking farce.
Even Newcastle beneath them is 35. Liverpool beneath them is 28.
That's not for the lack of defending. That's for the lack of scoring goals. They can't score, but they got rid of Ronaldo, who scored goals for them. I have no friggin' sympathy for them when it comes to the goal scoring side. You had lethal strikers. Anyway,
we spent a long time on Manchester United.
Anywho, I just wanted to say one more thing on the actual game itself, because there was only one point where I thought we actually should have scored.
By the way, Endo's comment is bang on, because I remember that last year as well. That's why
we all did. We all did.
That's why I thought it was better last year. That's why I genuinely thought it was better last year.
And then the car crash. And the car crash from hell happened
because your manager was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Ralph Rangnick. Like, do you know how criminal Man United have been? I don't think you don't understand. Had you had Conte, you'd have been fighting for the league. Anyway,
back to the game, because there was that at the very end where I thought, come on, put that ball in the net. Because I honestly think if we can get it to, I thought if we can get it to 2-2, just hold on, 30 minutes, hold on. I don't know how you do it, but just get to penalties, because that was the only way we're winning that game. But unfortunately, it was it Scott McTominay or Weghorst, one of the two, just could not header properly. I was like, really? The goal was open right there. But anywho, my thoughts was that City, it was 40-60. There was some points for City dominant, and I thought some points we actually gave it a shot. And to lose 2-1 to City at the end, it wasn't that bad. So kudos to City. They got the double. Now I'm just full on Lukaku cheerleader. I'm a Meg stan now.
It's funny. Obviously, this is a hellish day for you that week or that Saturday. Whereas for me, I'm like, I win either way. Like Ferguson's legacy going, like being matched, is hilarious to me. But also, I want Inter Milan to win, and that'll make me delighted. Don't get me wrong. I'll be delighted with that. So I'm kind of like watching on Saturday, like kind of chill. You know what I mean? There, I would rather Inter win. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather Inter win, but my consolation is Fergie's sort of treble gets matched, and then the conversation then becomes who's a better side, City's treble or United's treble, and that could be a contest for years and years and years to come, because the City team has been phenomenal. Like Guardiola, like people thought this guy couldn't do it here. Do you know what I mean? Like people actually thought he couldn't do what he wants to do here. And he said, I will show you, man. And the thing is, truth of the matter is, as much as we have that Guardiola brilliance, I hear all of it.
I hear that.
But he had.
I hear that.
He's had £1 billion to spend, and he's recruited well. He recruited bad, and then he's made up for the mistakes. He's had the luxury of every bad signing he's ever made. He's got to switch. He had Nolito and people like that in there. Yeah, he had Claudio Bravo. He's had some shockers, but he's been allowed to rectify those mistakes. So, there is all of that. But man, Guardiola, like I do love you, but go away, man. You know them ones just like.
And that's the only other thing I think. I don't think Guardiola stays as long as Fergie does.
Fergie did how many years? Was it 26?
Nearly 20. Like 26 years, yeah.
Is it 26 at United? Yeah, of course. I don't think he will either.
Yeah,
but
Balotelli said, give it a rest, PR. Name a bad signing.
Claudio Bravo,
Nolito. This guy. Let's be clear. Listen, Balotelli. You should know.
Was Nolito Pep?
Yeah, well, yes. I think so. I'm almost certain he was.
I thought it was. I definitely remember Bravo. Bravo.
Like for example, this guy came in. Yeah, he looked at the back four and he bought 4 defenders, and he bought a goalkeeper at whatever. Edison was at however much, maybe 20-30 million. He bought Kyle Walker at 50. He bought Mendy at 50. He had Danilo at 50. Then he got rid of Danilo. Danilo's another one. There's another one there. You know what I'm saying? He had them. He had Laporte. He's had so many people where he could just go and rectify the problem. You know them ones there. Like I'm not saying he's had all the bad side. Listen, Balotelli, let me be very clear. I'm Pep Guardiola's lawyer. Okay, let's be very clear.
You're suspended.
Why am I suspended? Wasn't
your nonsense this season?
Wasn't a terrorist this season?
You're suspended. You're suspended until further notice.
You know them way there. Calvin Phillips is an interesting one, though, Gasly. I hear you, but Calvin Phillips is an interesting one. You know what I mean? Like, but Mendy's not a bad signing, though. Mendy was brilliant.
Calvin Phillips is not a bad signing. Mendy,
not yet, anyway. No, because Calvin Phillips doesn't play.
Yeah, I don't think
he doesn't play.
You can't say he's not.
Oscar, wait there. You spend 50 million or 40 million quid, whatever it was they spent on Calvin. When Rodri, brother, no, Robin. Let's go further. Rodri was on the bench for a game, and Calvin Phillips still didn't start.
Yeah, but
No,
can we,
no,
are we not?
no.
Are we not addressing the fact that Calvin Phillips was injured for a large majority of the season?
I'm talking about when he's fit. I'm talking about him being on the bench when Rodri's not playing.
You can't run
Rodri's
that
not playing,
Yeah,
and you're
no,
still on the bench.
I can run that card. I can run that card. And I
Oscar,
will run
Lewis was in
Why?
midfield. Oscar Lewis was in midfield.
It doesn't matter. This is Pep Guardiola. You guys want to play the man by the world standards. He is the manager that knows exactly what he's doing. So when you lot were all calling Grealish flop of the season last season, Pep knew exactly what he was doing, biding his time, implementing him, feeding the little berries to the squirrel. Before you knew it, that squirrel became, you know what I mean? It became the one. It became the one. So I don't want to hear this about Calvin Phillips. I'm giving Pep second season. I'm giving
Oscar,
him second
listen,
season.
but you see, okay, hear me out though. When Grealish was being benched against like the likes of Sterling and maybe Mahrez and Bernardo Silva and so on and so forth, when Bernardo Silva and Sterling weren't playing, Grealish got his time. Calvin Phillips is not even getting ahead of Rico Lewis. Oscar, that is serious.
That's because Man City have multiple wingers. Like that's the only reason for that.
No, wait. Listen to what I just said. I just said that when the likes of Sterling and Bernardo weren't playing, then Grealish got his time to shine. What I'm saying to you is this: City have one defensive midfielder, one. And when he doesn't play, they didn't even bring in Phillips. They brought in my man.
Phillips has sat for a year. He's at uni. He's sat for a year under the learning tree.
I won't disagree. I'm not going to disagree.
He's at university. We can't say bad signing. Guys, if Ten Hag or Pochettino or whoever buys a player and they're rubbed in the first season, guess what? You're rubbed. But if Pep Guardiola does it, I am waiting for the final product.
I'm not saying he's finished. I'm not saying he's finished.
It's not a bad signing. How can you say it's a bad signing?
What I'm saying is there's a tab that has to be kept on him. I've got a new tab. You see new tab on Google Chrome? I've got a new tab on him because you cannot be finishing or not starting. He made his first Premier League start the other day.
Bro?
Oh, come on.
Not even start. He came off the bench, Pete.
Was he off the bench?
It was off the bench.
No, because I heard a Premier League. I heard a Premier League like debut.
His Premier League debut for Man City was off the bench.
Yeah, but he's had Bear off the bench. I think he's had one start. Yeah, I've got a shout out to Balotelli. He's give Phillips time. That's rushing Phillips.
We will give him time. Let's be very clear. We will give him time.
Just like it is suspects that he's not getting games.
All I'll say is that no. Listen.
It's like it's really not suspect.
All I'm saying is this, Oscar. All I'm saying is this. It's not suspect if it's Rodri, if it's Fernandinho, Gundogan ahead of him, right? Fine. Like what happened to Grealish. Oscar, Rico Lewis has got more minutes. Wait there. Lewis has got more minutes than Phillips this season. Like, hold me down, cuz.
Gazzy said stop waffling.
Hold me down.
Man, I'm paying under 20 players over a 40 mil sterling and England international, as well as that is concerning. Look, Rico Lewis was starting games at the beginning of the season. Yeah, he's been a part of this Manchester City squad right the way through. Phillips was injured until what point?
Wait there. No. But Phillips wasn't injured all season. Don't do that. He wasn't injured all season.
I said until what point? I asked you a question.
Oscar, what I'm saying, I don't know exactly the time, but what I know for sure. Wait there. I saw Lewis in midfield when Phillips was on the bench. That's all I'm saying.
What game did Lewis start in midfield that Phillips was on the bench for?
Leeds United, home and away.
Cap in.
Home and away. Balotelli's the fan. He knows. Balotelli's the fan. He knows.
Balotelli tell us.
Oscar, Everton away. I see Man City make 7 changes one game. Then they made another 7 the next game. And my man Phillips was not playing. Not saying he's a bum. Not saying he's a scrub. All I'm saying is there's a tab.
You're saying he's a bum. You're saying he's a bum.
I'm not saying he's a bum.
I'm saying it's concern.
I'm saying he's not a bum. All I said is next tab. He's there.
He's a concerned farmer. That's what Pete is.
He's a concerned farmer. Right, Oscar, let's move on.
We need to move on.
Next. No, because next season, big up flipping Hassam. Shout out you, bro.
Is this my guy? This is football.
This is football. Big up, this is football, man. Big up yourself. Big up yourself.
Big up you, man. Liverpool streamer.
Yeah, we like Darwin.
I forgot what I was going to say now. Don't, because next season, when Calvin Phillips starts starting games, and I say, "See, I told you," you're not gonna be like, "Oh yeah, we
I
knew."
did not. We're not saying you're wrong. We're not. Oh my god. We're not saying you're wrong. We're not saying you're wrong. You made a good case about Jack Grealish when he was at uni last year. You made a great case. All I'm saying is Phillips is doing more than uni. He's at sixth form right now. He's doing more than uni, cuz. That's all I'm saying. Okay? You might be right.
I've just looked at the stats. Do you know how long he's been fit for?
Oscar, don't do it to me!
Because I know it's not been since. It's not like it's been for a while.
Oscar's going like he got fit in April.
I know,
guys. He's been fit since the 12th of November.
Yes, Oscar.
No, Robin. He's at uni. Leave him.
Yeah, I know, right?
He's on the east wing. He's on the east wing. He's on the east building. He's at uni. Don't worry. He's at uni. Oscar, he's at sixth form, man. He's at freaking sixth form. He's not at uni. He's at sixth form right now. But it doesn't mean he won't be starting games next season. We're not saying that. Oscar, I saw Rodri not starting, and I saw Lewis on the pitch with Phillips on the bench. I'm not having it. That's all I'm saying.
The only game Phillips has started was against Chelsea this season.
What? The 1-0 when they won the league? Oh my god!
That's the only game.
Oscar, Palmer played. Palmer played.
Palmer ain't started no games. Let's be real.
But Palmer, Google it now.
We ain't got time.
Palmer started. Balotelli, you're in the chat. Balotelli will tell you. Palmer played. Oscar Hall played for Chelsea. I remember that game because it was a bloody awful game.
Don't talk about my club. Let's stay here. I'm just simply saying, I realized how wrong I was, on how fit he was. But I'm just simply saying, I'm not ready to write him off as a bad signing yet. Bad signing is total package here. It's not bad.
He's not a bad signing. I just said I got a
tap on him.
I'm just worried. I'm just concerned. I'm a bit like, really? I'm just like, really?
As a nice little segue to get away from this, Endo has asked, has Uganda ever appeared in the World Cup? The answer is no. The answer is no. But holding out hope.
We are holding out hope. Great segue.
More African countries are in there. We could get there.
We could beat them. Let's get on to another segue, from Africa to Australia. Ange Postecoglou has been linked up heavily with the Tottenham Hotspur job. This is the Celtic manager who is on a domestic treble for the Celtics, for the Irish crew. I know they're in the Scottish League, but you know what I'm saying? We're from Northwest. I understand it. I understand the motto over there. Tottenham Hotspur, man. I mean, it's always a mess when it comes to them recruiting managers because they always seem to go through this merry-go-round. What are your lots of initial thoughts? Very briefly, nothing's necessarily in concrete, but obviously Fabrizio's been talking talk. What do we think with the Postecoglou transfer to Spurs? Where are you guys at?
I don't know the brother. So I can't say anything about him. So all I know is that Celtic have won the league, but they always do it, if that makes sense.
Oh.
So like I haven't watched it.
So Gasly, Postecoglou, is that not his name?
Hey, Pete, they're saying that you killed his name. Apparently, he don't sound nothing like that. And they're saying Pistorius will get sacked in 3 months.
Pistorius. Postecoglou. I swear it's Postecoglou.
Petrescu.
Not Petrescu. Bloody hell. And Postecoglou. I swear I've got that. Okay.
Let's just call him Ange, because what you're trying to say over there.
Hey. Down under Ange. Okay, fine. We'll call him Ange for now. I'm sure I got that bang on though. Surely.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know who he is, so I can't judge him. So it's just one of those ones.
You know you can be prosecuted for that.
All I'm saying is, was he the manager? Was he the manager when Steven Gerrard won Rangers the title? That's the question I have to ask.
Yeah, you have to do your Googles, man. I don't really know.
If that is the case, then I'll tell you what.
They're calling him parachute. You might have killing this guy before he's arrived.
But Oscar, do you know what? His career at Tottenham, from what I've seen of him at Celtic, and from what I understand, and the thing is, it's not on him. This is more about Spurs. It's more about how they manage, how they're managing life, how they're managing the situation. This guy will not be here long. So the jokes are coming, Parachute, you know what I'm saying? Pistorius, they're gonna be, and the fact that he's from down under as well. Pistorius is a madness. But yeah, like they're gonna be flying, Oscar. You're gonna be hearing joke after joke. Apparently, he plays attacking, attractive football. Never heard any of that when he was at Celtic. Never heard none of that. Apparently, he's gonna bring a style of play to Spurs. Spurs' team, you don't think Man United's team was bad. Guys, have you looked at Spurs' squad? Like, have you actually had a think? Have you actually had a look? Hugo Lloris has already said he wants to leave this summer. So that's going to be hilarious for them to try and replace the goalkeeper. Maybe Dean Henderson can go over there. That'll be a big move for him. And you just look at the mess. Look at the mess. Like Kulusevski, I don't think has actually signed a new deal with Spurs because he was on loan.
No, his loan's done, so he's going back to Juventus.
Done, so he's back to Juve. You know, what are you lot telling me? What are you lot actually telling me for this thing?
But the thing is, it all really depends, and this is a great segue. It all depends on their star man and where he's going, really.
Yeah, great
question.
And
if he stays.
If the rumors are to believe, people, that Harry Kane has said he wants to stay in England. Yeah.
Well, I've heard about 7 rumors today.
I don't think
he's going to United, he's going to Madrid, he's going to Bayern. I've heard about 20 different rumors today.
Look. So, the way he angled his agent to camp for a move to Manchester City, he needs to do that same posturing and angle for that move to Real Madrid. If he does not go to Real Madrid this summer, then as far as I'm concerned, he's a failure.
No, if he doesn't move, I'm more on that stance. He doesn't move.
Failure is a horrible word. No, because he can't. Like, Real Madrid cannot be looking for a striker and you're pushing to move to Man United. I'm sorry. No.
I agree with you. I get that. The only reason why he would stay in the league is to break Shearer's record. That is the only reason why I see him to stay there.
That's nonsense. Here's the thing about Harry Kane. Harry Kane could feasibly go to Real Madrid, play for 3 years in Madrid, come back to England and break Shearer's record.
I wouldn't say 3 years. I don't know about 3.
Oscar, he's like 60 goals behind him. Like he's
I was about to say, I was like, he needs 2 seasons. He needs at least 2 seasons.
4 seasons when you're old.
What are you saying? 420s, yeah?
I was
Kane's 30.
31.
Wait, Peter, mathematics. Did you say 420s?
I mean, listen, like, what are you saying though? Like, what are you saying? 415s?
Yeah.
He can't go away and then come back and do 4 years in England. Oscar,
how old is Kane?
He's like 30,
31.
31.
He's 31.
Bro, Kane is playing till 38.
38. He's not Zlatan.
How old is Zlatan? How old is Cristiano Ronaldo?
He's not Zlatan, is he?
Guys, yes, he is, bro. Yes, he is. Guys, Harry Kane is going to be playing the game of football at the top level. When I say top level, I mean Premier League. Yeah, at the top level for a long, long time. Bear in mind, this guy's first of all, he's not a red. He's not on this infidelity thing, yeah? He's not out here in clubs. He's not out here eating the wrong food. Harry Kane is the most professional. Look at James Milner. Bro, think about these types of players.
Define professional.
Huh?
Define professional. Because the last time I saw a man swearing on his daughter's life that he scored a goal. So,
I'm not saying I like Harry Kane as a person. What I'm saying is Harry Kane is going to be around for as long as he wants to be around. And if we're still here in 6-7 years and Harry Kane is still getting 10 goals a season, I am not surprised in the slightest. Like, I'm not.
For me, I'm like, you need to leave Spurs. And the fact that we're giving him this final chance, because he should have left last season to leave, he has literally one more chance. And this is his last, big break, if we're being honest here. So wherever he goes, as long as he's out of Spurs and he's competing for a trophy, not even like it's a guaranteed win, just get the hell out of Spurs. Because if you stay, you're a loser.
Bro, if I'm Harry Kane, I'm going to Madrid. I'm signing a 4-year deal. I'm winning the Champions League.
And even more than ever, because Madrid have now lost Benzema. So that spot is free more than anything. And you could easily slot in. And guess what? They could win the Champions League again. Or La Liga. Yeah. Not a problem.
And do you know why I think Kane could definitely do that? Is because he's not a player that relies on his pace. He's never been that guy. Of course, as he gets older, he will get slower. But he's never been the guy that relies on his pace. He can adapt his game as he gets older and become more of a penalty box striker rather than this guy that is playing deep and coming forward and linking up play from the number 10 position. Bro, he needs to go win his trophies in Spain or even Germany. I know people don't really want him to go to Bayern. I don't really want him to go to Bayern either. But him in Spain, clap goals in La Liga, win yourself a European trophy as well as La Liga itself. Come home, join a young. I don't know. Spurs will probably still be in the same position, ready to hire him back. Yeah. Spurs will probably be. I mean, they hired Bale back, bro. Bale came back and clapped goals in this league. Got like 9 Premier League goals. At what age? I'm sorry. Harry Kane is going to play this game till at least 38. Mark my words. At least. Gasly's in the comments saying Shearer retired at 36. Kane ain't Shearer. Shearer retired from internationals at 28. Beat that. Shearer retired from England internationals. Murad says Kane is that average man who doesn't have options.
I think Gasly was backing your point there. I think he's trying to say like the fact that Shearer did 36 is saying that it's possible Kane could reach the top.
Bro, Kane is here to stay. Like I'm telling you that, guys. Now, unless he gets a mad injury, Kane is here to stay. Murad says Kane is that average man who doesn't have options, so he stays with one woman who's causing him grief. She has destroyed his confidence to achieve anything else. Oh, wow. That was a bit heavy, Murad.
Yeah, but by the goal return, he's still getting the, you know what I'm saying, getting the quick.
He's having a fun time.
You know, are silly. Taha says Kane.
I was trying to imagine Kane speaking Spanish.
Kane speaks Spanish.
That'd be hilarious.
He can barely speak English, so speaking Spanish is hilarious. But yeah, man, I think it's very clear where he needs to go. He needs to go to Madrid.
He needs to get out of Spurs. But the issue with Spurs always, it relies at the top. It's Daniel Levy and what he's running.
But Robin, do you not see that there is a feasible situation in which Harry Kane could leave Spurs, go to a Chelsea or a Manchester United and still not win anything?
I think he could win either of those clubs, if I'm honest.
No, he can. Of course, he can win at Tottenham. He can win at that. Of course, he can win at Man United.
But I don't think he can win at Tottenham.
Okay, but let's disqualify Tottenham because Tottenham's not a big club, really. Yeah, you're looking at Chelsea, United. Those are the clubs in for strikers right now. Chelsea, United, Real Madrid. You have to go to Madrid. Overwhelming favourite. Like United and Chelsea should not be on Kane's radar. I'm sorry. The only thing Kane has to prove in this league is the fact that he can win a trophy. He's already proved. How many golden boots does he want to win? Like he's already proven he can bag goals in England. It's not a thing anymore. Win a trophy, bro.
Nah, brother. Listen, guys. He's actually made his bed last season when he didn't get that Man City role. Yeah, I think he's very much like forget. Just even like Shearer's record is definitely what he wants to break, and I also think he wants to be like the god of Tottenham. Like I genuinely think that
he's their top goal scorer of all time.
But if he goes to Chelsea, it's tarnished. If he goes to Man United, it can be tarnished.
He doesn't need to go. It doesn't need to go to those clubs.
No, I understand what you're saying, but he wants to be in England. It is what it is.
That's not true. That's. He said, "I would like to break Shearer's record." That doesn't mean if Real Madrid come in for me, I'm going to say no. That doesn't mean if PSG come in, I'm going to say no. It just.
But I also think
would like to do.
I also think, however, I don't think Madrid are after him anyway. I think this situation gets squashed pretty quickly because I don't think he's linked to Madrid at any stage. I don't think Perez wants him.
What striker do you think Real Madrid are going to sign this summer?
I don't know, but I don't think it's Harry Kane. It's Kai Havertz, isn't it? In the false nine. Yeah, but my point is in the false nine. Like I don't think Madrid are going to pursue Harry Kane this summer.
I don't understand why not. It's the most obvious.
No. Listen. Whether they should or listen, Bayern Munich are dying for a number 9. That he suits them even more. Like obviously it's Madrid. Madrid's Madrid, right?
I don't see why he suits Bayern more than Madrid.
Mate, because Bayern is simple. It's straightforward. They treat number 9s as number 9s. When you're a number 9, you're there to score 100 goals a year. That's what they do.
Look at what Benzema's been doing in Madrid, and look at how Kane's been playing for Tottenham over the past 2 seasons.
Agreed. If Madrid come for him, I don't think they do. I don't think they want him. Who knows? They might go for Kylian Mbappe, mate. They want that kind of ilk. They don't want no Harry Kane, bro.
I don't think Mbappe is moving this year, though.
He'd be a madman to stay at PSG with what's going on over there.
Mbappe, like the fact that Mbappe has never won a Champions League is criminal. It's actually it hinders the way people view him.
No, it doesn't.
I've literally said he should. I think
he's
as a
going
person
to
that
be
needs
the next
to
best player in the world. He's the next one.
Okay. Can I ask you a question? Does Benzema win the Ballon d'Or last year if he doesn't have that Champions League run?
Probably not. No.
If Mbappe has
Ballon d'Or's win.
If Mbappe has that
Mbappe
Champions
wins
League
it,
run,
then
he wins
Mbappe wins
it.
it.
He wins the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, but that's
he's
not
not winning the
conversation.
He's not winning the Ballon d'Or this year.
That's exactly the point I'm making. I'm saying
Mbappe cannot win the Ballon d'Or until at least end of 2024 because we know this year it's going to go to Messi because he's now broken a couple more records and has won the World Cup. So that's a fact. So it's not going to be until next year.
I swear the Ballon d'Or's already gone. No, didn't he?
No,
who won the Ballon d'Or last year?
So it was
Benzema.
The back end of last year they did it. So it was Benzema. And the back end of this year, everyone said since the World Cup has been done, it's going to be Messi.
It's going to be Messi. He's won the World Cup. He's now won the most trophies ever as a player. He's beaten Dani Alves' record,
which is calm. Yeah. So it's Messi this year, right?
Yes, it's Messi.
But it will be. Listen, guys. Next season it will be Mbappe.
Or Haaland.
Haaland, yes.
In the Ballon d'Or list this season, Haaland will be higher than Mbappe.
He will be.
I understand because Mbappe lost the World Cup final, but that guy himself, he said he arrived at the final and told everybody, put everyone on watch.
I'm the next big thing.
He is Brock Lesnar. That's exactly what he is.
I said if there's a striker I personally want, if there's a striker that I personally want, even though it's impossible, I'm taking Kylian Mbappe.
Mbappe is Brock Lesnar. He's the next one.
No. But guys, we should be having the conversation that Mbappe is the best player in the world. We don't have that conversation because he doesn't get to the last stages of the Champions League, and that's the only reason why.
No, nonsense. Whilst Messi and the like are here winning a World Cup, whilst Ronaldo,
they have this about Benzema.
Benzema, okay, yeah, Benzema's at Madrid. He won the Champions League. I get your point on that point. I get your point on that. I do. But also, let's be fair. Benzema's one is a bit like, I don't want to do this to him, but it's a bit like the Ryan Giggs Player of the Year type thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit Ryan Giggs. That's what I'm saying. It's a little bit Ryan Giggs. Not that they didn't deserve it. They deserved it, but they were like
talking.
No, because when they gave no, hear me out. No, he was exceptional last year, best player in the world. I understand all of that. We get all that. But the fact that even Messi's going to win the Ballon d'Or, at the end of this year, even though he won the World Cup last year, is a bit. There's a skewing of all sorts, right? And obviously Lewandowski didn't get his Champions League, his Ballon d'Or. You know, that was a farce in 2020, right? That was an absolute farce. And I think Bayern won it that year as well, didn't they? Mbappe will get his Ballon d'Ors as time comes. He will get those. There's no this idea that we need to talk about him being the best player in the world now. No, not necessarily. There's no rush. Ronaldo and Messi are still playing football.
There's a rush. What do you mean?
There's no rush. Oscar, very soon, very soon, like from next season, right? Messi doesn't look like he's going to even be playing in Europe, right? Ronaldo's not playing in Europe. Them two are going to be gone. Then it's going to be Mbappe versus Haaland for the rest of our football lives as we're watching it till the next one comes.
You know why you think there's no rush? Because you don't believe Mbappe is as good as he is.
No, nonsense. I believe he's phenomenal. I think Oscar at the World Cup. Do you know what I remember? We did a podcast and I said, this guy, like for me, like I was a fan of Mbappe, I was a fan of whatever. But when he was what he did at the World Cup final, I said, okay, the man has arrived. Here he is, and this is it. Like he has put on the plate.
This guys. You're saying he arrived at the World Cup final 4 years ago. He won the World Cup.
Yes. But
winning the final, the quarters, the round of 16.
my
What are we
point. Oscar,
doing
wait,
here?
wait there, because Oscar, do you know what? Everyone can have a hot year. Everyone can have a hot World Cup. Everyone can look brilliant in Monaco and then go to PSG and win every league title that there is. There's another thing when you've been doing all of those things, and then at the World Cup, at the biggest stage of them all, when your team was 2 down, you carried your nation on your back and said, "Yo, brothers, do you want to retain this
What?
World Cup?" What? Oscar, come on, don't act like Mbappe did not arrive. When I say arrive, I mean like I am here to stay is what I mean. That's what more so mean. He's saying I've been here, but I want to let you lot know right now. No one is taking me off my perch. I will be on the Mount Rushmore of football in terms of in this time, in this era, in this period for the next 20 years. We're going to be talking about Mbappe as the best player in the world. Simple. Better than Haaland. Haaland scoring 50 goals a year, no problem. It's like Ronaldo used to score 100 goals a year, but Messi, everybody looked at Messi and was like, yeah, okay.
See, they say you're sounding like a Yadar, like you're sounding like a,
What's the Yadar? I don't get it. What is that?
They're calling you an old
like,
man. Old
it's
man.
like your
Your
pub
dad.
goer. You know what I mean? I go to every Arsenal game, but I just drink my way through it, and I know football, but I don't know football. That's basically
What
what it is.
for saying that Mbappe will be the best player in the world?
No, but like, you don't have the urgency. I don't know why. You're just like,
No, no. What I'm saying is, it's arriving. The ball is arriving right now. The ball is right. Like like in New York Times Square. Exactly.
I was 17. Write me down.
Whatever, 18, whatever, right? The ball is dropping. Like New York, when it's the new year, the ball's gonna drop. Like when it lands, it's landing as we speak, bro.
But Pete, but Pete, this is where I disagree with you. Mbappe has, by the way, with Messi and Neymar there, he's been the best player at PSG when they've all been there. Mbappe has been the best player at PSG, right?
I will say this though.
There's no denying what I've just said. Go on.
That he has struggled when Neymar's not there. I will say that.
Nonsense.
No. I'm saying that when he's not there, because the drop in quality is so big that he has to do a lot more to keep it up.
Neymar is quite.
No, I'm not. No, Oscar, I'm not trying to discredit you. I think he's the next big thing. I think he's going to be the next best player in the world.
But when Neymar was there,
when you see that, you see the drop completely, and that's why I think Mbappe needs to leave PSG. Personally, because I think he's just outgrown them like a country man.
Like when you watch him for France, like Neymar's not there. He's levels.
No, but I'm saying, look who is there for France, and he still outshines for them. But he just gives them. It's like when the main character is there, but then the support team, the support characters are actually elevating this man over. Take the bloodline for example. When Roman is the man, but you see Jimmy and Jay doing the thing. Oh, fantastic stuff. But I'm saying,
bro, when Messi arrived in PSG, they had the drone running through the Stade de France. Yeah, is that even a stadium?
No, the Parc des Princes.
Parc des Princes, that's it. They had the drone coming through the Parc des Princes. Messi number 30. It was all about Messi. Who stole the show that season? Who won them the league?
Yes, Kylian.
And the reason, when it was dominating Real Madrid and then Mbappe scored home and away, they got knocked out because of foolishness at the back. It's not his fault. He's carrying passengers, bro. He's carrying passengers.
I'm saying don't discredit what Neymar has done for him as well. More than Messi.
No, what Kylian has done for both of them is more, in my opinion. Kylian's done more for them than they've done for him. That's how I see it. Y'all can tell me how you want to see it. That's how I see it. Gazzy says Oscar Robin has a point. The one time Mbappe got to a UCL final, he had a fully fit Neymar. Cool, but that's Neymar pulling his weight. Every time Real Madrid, every time PSG go out of the Champions League, look at the draw. Mbappe scored, and most times it's both legs.
Yeah, but Oscar, Neymar goes missing in February. March, when they need him, when they go out,
we see him with his sister.
Sister's birthday, Oscar. Sister's birthday. Go have a look. No, because what we're saying is the reason why Mbappe is not really at the latter stages of every single Champions League season. He's not won the Champions League X, Y, and Z. What we're saying is because when there's, like, for example, no Neymar, some of the players that are supposed to be there holding it down for the team, they're not there.
That's my point. Because if they were there doing their bit, Kylian Mbappe would have got the winning goal and they would have won the Champions League, and Kylian Mbappe would have a Ballon d'Or right now. That's the point I'm making.
He might have. Don't get me wrong. He might have. Absolutely. I'm not saying he wouldn't have. What I'm saying is, don't rush. Slow touch. You know what I'm saying? He will get his Ballon d'Or. It's coming. Next season. He's
got 7 of them jumps.
Has he got 7?
He's got 7. He's about to get 8. He's about to get 8. And you're telling Mbappe slow down. You're saying Mbappe slow down, bro.
I'm not saying slow down. I'm just saying take time.
If Messi got 7, yeah, the level that Mbappe is and how clear he is of the rest of the caliber, the rest of the players beneath him, he should have at least 3.
But what's unfair, Oscar? But what's unfair? He will. No, but listen. He will have 3. If you're doubting, because my argument is he won't get 7 because Oscar.
Do you know there's been years? There has been years that have existed that Messi did not win the Ballon d'Or. Messi.
And rightly so.
Let's move on.
But you said he's got 7. He's going to number 8. I'm saying
Mbappe. Look at Modric. Do you know how tapped these lot are? Look at Modric.
Mbappe gonna get you 3. He gonna get you 3. Yeah. Haaland and Mbappe will share 3-3.
That's not how it works.
No, I'm just saying that it's a prediction. Anyway, let's move things along, yeah, because we were talking Ange Postecoglou. We'll move on.
Who cares about Spurs?
You'll always be here. All right, Roma versus Sevilla, Europa League final action, people. Sevilla, yeah, win their 7th Europa League.
They've done it again.
Come on, come on. No, guys,
listen. Do you know what? Listen, football heritage.
Football's bent, man. What are you talking about heritage? Who's got 7 Europa League? How long's the Europa League existed? What, 14 years? And they've got 7 of them? Come on. We can't. By the way, the game was awful, Taha. It was an awful game. It was the worst football you will ever see in your life. Believe I watched every ounce of it. Drinking in the Jose Mourinho Romanista flavor, yeah? Oh, mate, guys. But obviously, the spill out from this game, of course, I mean, Mourinho's bench all got booked and whatnot. And then the Anthony Taylor, the fact that there was the English refs that actually took charge of this game. And then obviously with the scenes that happened after the game with Anthony Taylor and his family in Budapest.
Jose. Jose.
Wait there. Now, okay, Robinho.
No. I'm saying,
I'm disappointed in you.
Chaos. Listen, I'm not saying whether I condone or support. I'm saying Jose was waiting in the back.
I'm disappointed in you, though. We cannot. Why has everybody blamed Jose for the antics of the Romanista ultras?
No. I'm not blaming him. I'm saying it started. Okay. So he was the first one to call him out.
But did it though? Did he though?
It was the first.
Listen, he did a full Diego.
He was ready to. He was ready to box man.
Oscar, did you see him? He did a full Didier Drogba 09.
Yeah, he came out and said it's a disgrace.
It's the fact that he saw him in the parking lot and called him an effing disgrace. I said, yo, Jose, blood, yeah? He gave it to him in Italian, in English. He gave it in Portuguese.
Guys. Roma are getting their butts handed to them in this penalty shootout, yeah?
Yo.
They saved one penalty.
Nah, it's what I'm saying.
They tried to take it again.
Put that one back. I said,
jack that. Oscar, that's one of the bentest things in football I've ever seen.
Fam?
Is a referee recalling a penalty
that Roma should have had.
Oh, by the way, the penalty that Roma should have had?
Yeah.
Listen, English referees are not good. Like, and now, like, every man and his dog knows it. Everybody knows, everybody knows in England that English referees are not good. But the fact that Europe has got to see it, you know what I'm saying? They got to see it, you know. And remember, England didn't make 2018 World Cup, was it?
World Cup, no referees.
When Wenger pulled them up. He says, listen, this year there will be no English referee because they cannot referee. 2 professional nations that are referees, Italy and England. And England will not be at the World Cup in 2018, which is a farce, by the way. That's a farce. I wanted Roma to win so badly. I wanted Jose to get another European trophy. I wanted it bad. But Sevilla, you call it football heritage. I'm so sorry. Like, who wins 7?
I don't know how they do it, but every time they're in the Europa League,
Honestly,
they do it.
Honestly,
do it.
bro.
They
It's a
beat
joke
Juventus. They beat us. Who else did they beat? They beat Roma.
I mean, blood. Listen, like, it's a mad thing though. Like, we're talking. Look at, when did the Europa League begin? When did the Europa League actually begin?
I think they have UEFA Cups as well, so I think that's how it counts as well. Or is it
No,
all
bro.
Europa?
Listen, just Europa League, blood. They got 7.
Mm.
They got 7.
Do you know what's so funny? If you look at the badge, you know how the badge they got stars and the number on there. Have you seen the one for Europa League? They're the only team to have a number on the Europa League.
Have they got
badge.
a number? No,
they got a number.
They've
got a number. They do. It said 6. I saw it.
That's
Now it's about to say 7.
fantastic.
If they go back in.
And that's the other thing, yeah. We need to stop letting Champions League man in this tournament. We need to stop it. We need to stop
next
it.
season. No, it is stopping.
Is it?
The new group Champions League thingy. There's no more drops into the Europa League.
Because tell a lie, Sevilla were in the Champions League this year.
Yeah,
I swear that man were in the Champions League this year. Yeah, and then they come in here, and that's not the first time they've won it when they were in the Champions League. You know them ones. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. Like, we have to. And did you hear this as well, blood? Hear this stat, guys. Yeah, hear this stat. No Spanish team, yeah, has lost to foreign opposition in European finals since 2001.
2000. Yeah.
Are you dumb, blood? Like Bayern Munich versus Valencia. I remember it. Penalty shootout at the San Siro. Canizares versus Oliver Kahn. I remember it. Canizares' dad, I think, died at half time. And like, he found out and he still played the game, right? Like, I remember that game vividly. You're telling me a Spanish side has not lost a final since to a foreign team?
Mm-hmm.
Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Guys, those are stats for life. You understand what I'm saying? How have you not lost since 2001? Guys, the Attitude Era was WCW versus WWE. Do you know how long ago that is, bro? Nah, I don't think you don't understand.
Man, that Panama City.
I was 11. Like, nah, come on, man. No. You
could have a group of both Europa and Champions League winners in the same group. I don't know what that means.
Explain that to me. What do you mean? You could have a group. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. It's so Ben.
Yeah,
no, you're right.
We're in City's group. Yeah. So there was a Champions League group which had both the winners eventually in it.
Could you imagine? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah. I don't know what you lot think about the Roma fans trying to attack Taylor and his family.
At the airport. That's mad. That's wild.
I think the referee should be aware of what their actions could ensue if they don't make
All right, Katie Hopkins. Flipping hell, man.
That's Katie Hopkins.
I've been watching bare shorts from her recently. They just keep popping up on my feed. Yeah.
Do you know why they pop up on your feed?
She's lethal.
She's lethal. Why is your algorithm right wing?
No,
yeah,
listen. No. Let me tell you right now. No,
that's
guys,
very suspect. Why is Katie Hopkins on your phone?
She just rocked up, yeah, and like they.
You know what's the thing is, I haven't seen a Katie Hopkins video in years. That means you're in the right wing algorithm.
I'm not interested in the right wing algorithm.
No, I have to question that one. What is happening?
Bro, there you are.
Nah, but hold on. YouTube Shorts is moving a bit mad, isn't it? Because they're showing me stuff that I do not give a damn about.
You obviously do. Like if it was showing you
that,
Pete. You press the dislike button. You press the dislike button. And
who's got time to press a dislike button?
I never dislike.
I either like it or I move on, bro. No.
If I like it, if I see something wild, dislike. Get out of here.
Let's be real.
I swear.
If you were seeing like an Andrew Tate, I could forgive you because he's popular. He's in everyone's feed right now. Katie Hopkins is. You have to search.
I never typed it. Hey, listen.
This is not just coming up in 2023.
No word of a lie, yeah. The Bible says that your SBS. I've never typed in Katie Hopkins.
You typed in Tommy Robinson, didn't you?
What's that? Be the best you. Is that Tony Robinson, the Be the Best You guy? Is he like a motivational speaker?
Yeah, for you, Tommy Robinson is a motivational speaker.
No, turn it in.
You don't know who Tommy Robinson is?
I'm thinking of somebody else. I've got like a Tony.
He's the leader of the EDO.
Bro,
Like I know these
bro,
man there. I don't know these man there.
bro.
Look, why do you know these names? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know these names.
I know who's
Listen.
wild and who isn't.
Yeah.
Wait, am I being? Wait, hang on. Wait, that comment. Am I being called racist? Oh, wait, fullback.
I said Robin Day.
Yeah, no, disliking it is active.
Yeah,
That's activity.
That's like there's no other act that can prove someone is a hater than disliking a video. You are truly
That's
hating.
true. If it's short and I don't want to see it, yeah, get out of here.
That's smart, you know. I never even thought of that.
You'll never see me on the
at the March EDO.
Blood. First of all, guys, you should know. First of all, people like Taha, right? Chelsea fans, right? If anything, don't come for me, okay? Your club full NF, the National Front, okay?
Hey, we got Black Legends, man. It's a new club, new owners, man. New club.
Support them, innit? Support your Black Legends, then. For
we do, man. We do. We got Drogba banners right.
Rob is the type of brother to give his Uber driver a negative review. I want Robin. I don't know. Let's keep it about Robin. Would you leave a negative review, like full stop?
I've never left a negative review ever. I'm actually trying to think back. Like I haven't. I've given a couple people 4 stars, but not 5.
Yeah, that's the. I'm the same thing on Uber. It's either 5-star or it's 4-star.
Yeah, because
it's never like a 2 and 1, never 1s and 2s.
Nah, you're not that bad.
Uber's pretty reliable. If you mess up at Uber, it's probably your fault. You probably typed
exactly. So there'll be something that's happened.
You type the right address. He says he's coming in 2 minutes. He's there in 2 minutes. You get to your destination. Like, what could possibly go wrong in an Uber?
Listen, I hear you on that. Wait till you meet a knobhead on the Uber, yeah? Wait till you meet one. That's all I'm gonna say. Wait till you meet one, yeah, and I will tell you now, you man are 1 star in that rude boy. You're 1 star in that rude boy.
There you go. Pete's a 1-star man. There you go.
Son said, what? Son said, do you ever tip your driver? Hell no!
Hell no! Do you remember that? There's no way.
I have tipped a driver if he's made me laugh. I'll give him like a little £1.
Do you know what? You know what I'm saying? If there's rapport.
I've never had that rapport with a.
Yeah, no, I've had better with Uber drivers.
Now, do you know what? Yeah, there's been a driver who's put me over, like Rover, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? Boom.
What did he put you over? What did he do?
I said, like, I don't know. We were just having a good conversation, and towards the end, he was like, man, you're such a great guy. I was like, flipping out, like, okay. I was like,
yeah, those man. Yeah,
I was like, all right.
If you ask for a tip, then I'm not doing that. I've not had a driver that asks.
Yo. says, no, you can't ask for a tip.
Hey, Kate Hopkins. This is Kate Hopkins right here, blood. What's my man saying?
He said, my drivers are always Somali uncles or Polish shoots. I've never had a Polish Uber driver, you know.
The thing is, two things. Unless you know nationality, yeah, like you know they're from there. Well, that's a Kate Hopkins thing.
No, because you ask. Come on, bro.
Do you ask where man's from?
Brother, if it says Abdi's picking you up, where's he from? If it says Abdi's picking me up, blood. I know where you're from, brother. I know.
No flipping way, blood. Like,
come on, man.
It's not just one nation who's Abdi, blood. You know what I'm saying? There's bare Abdis, bro. What are you talking about?
Somalis are the most unique looking people on planet Earth.
For flip's sake, man.
Unique, you know, that can go both ways.
No, I think
listen, we need to move on. You're treading a line.
You're treading a thin line.
I wonder where he's from. No, Somali. When you see a Somali, that's what I'm saying.
Listen, I know an East African when I see one, but I leave it at that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, East, you know what I'm saying? Like, be safe. You know what I'm saying? Be safe. You know them way there. Anyway, I said tip. You need funds to tip.
Yeah. Andrew said, Mandem, has someone ever tried to come behind you through a train barriers to get them?
No, that's happened to me. That's happened to me. Quite a few. Yeah.
Since I moved to South London, it's on a regular basis. What do you think I do? I fall back, blood. I'm like Fabinho. I let them man have to hold that barrier. Try to come through me. Pause. You must be mad, blood. You're
Hey, yo,
dumb, bro.
as a
In
geezer.
South, bro, I don't know what it is. In South, it's a regular thing, and I'm
No,
like, nah,
it's happened to me. It's happened to
you
me
don't
when
need
I was
to get
younger, like secondary school time.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like it happened to me in secondary school as well. I don't really remember it. But I
Let
feel
me
like
tell
It's
you
just
now.
wild. It's just very random. Like a big guy just comes behind
I
you
feel violated when that
and
happens.
just pushes you.
No,
That's
Joy,
just like, wow, what are you
like
doing?
no word of a lie. I'm always watchful. Once I get to the top of the escalator, I'm watchful. I do not play games with that sort of stuff. That stuff pisses me off.
Nah, because
When
I
man are
paid.
trying- I paid, and you want to try to come? Nah, and
Yeah.
it's the fact that Joy is like you have to like rub up on man to beat the
You
barrier.
gotta be close.
Yeah.
You gotta be like close. Like, what are you doing,
You
man?
have
Like,
to invade personal space. You can't do it from a distance. You can't social distance.
man, them try to take Pride Month on another level. Allow me, cuz. Anyway, Gasly, what's man
I'm
saying?
not involved. I'm not involved.
Balotelli says, "Are the man them watching Love Island?"
I'm not.
no,
I'm
I
not
will watch it
watching.
afterwards. We're
I'm
doing
not-
a show, so I have to watch it afterwards.
Yeah, I will watch it this year, but just not on Mondays because we're
Nah,
doing the pod.
Yeah,
guys,
Mondays.
explain that to me. Explain that to me, innit?
The
Explain
season's
that.
over.
How
There's
are you,
no more
man,
football.
watching man move to gal, yeah?
Yeah.
And then they move to next gal, yeah? And there's a big commotion of like, oh, we've moved to bare girls. Like, we're in a freaking island. Like, when you think about it, obviously, look, I get it. Like, trash TV is trash TV, whatever. Like, believe me, I've watched my trash TV in my time. I'm not trying to make it like I'm some bigger guy than you, man, whatever. But blood, it's a mad concept. Like, why if you try to get me onto the Love Island thing? I said, you're mad, blood. If you think I'm gonna sit here, watch man draw gal, new gal come in, they then draw the next gal, and then have beef about drawing these. No, I'm not doing it. And then wait,
Peter,
2-2s now.
Peter,
Wait, Robin. This is closer to home, yeah. 2-2s now. One of the ex Love Island people is moving to the Arsenal women. Nah, allow me, blood. No, don't try that with me.
Oh yeah, Amber.
Don't try that with me. Nah, don't try that with me. No.
Amber. Yeah, Amber.
Who is
And
it?
so,
Listen, Amber.
First of all, wait. He said
Amber.
McCabe. First of all, McCabe, hold it down. Her name is McCabe, but it's not even her. It's Jen Beattie. But also, like, so the aim of the game is to what? Be a real couple in it, and then you win. Like, if you're believable.
No one cares about that.
Okay.
That's the aim. Yeah, you want to win to get the money. So you want to be a what's the word? A couple that seems legitimate.
Do you know what, blood? I ain't got time for that, blood. Like, I'm not that I ain't got time for that. Like, I'm not on it. Like, I'm not really on it.
Love Island is a shower of scenes.
Facts. It is. You know what I'm saying? I got too much. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't watch the show for the show. It's the spaces afterwards.
Yeah, I feel like the Twitter's commentary of the show is 10 times better.
It's Twitter. Twitter
Like,
makes it the one.
If I miss an episode, I won't rewatch it because I just don't care. But if I'm watching it live with the timeline, it's perfect.
Yeah, man. Benitez trying to get me on
has
to
never
that.
applied for Love Island. Never in my.
Oscar's applied. But don't let this man lie to you.
For me to apply to Love Island,
you lot should have seen how this man was dressed in Italy. He's applied to Love Island.
You didn't see how I was dressed in Italy.
I got the pics. What, man? Think I didn't see the pics? Yo, Oscar moving like Skepta and Harry Styles. That's a mad thing, bro. That's a madness. Picture that, people. Skepta and Harry Styles.
Those are the two people I look up to most.
I know.
Anyway, speaking of Italy,
hi-yo. Do you want to go there first?
There was another wedding that was happening
a wedding
at the same time.
Oh yes, there was.
Yes, there was.
Talk to me.
Our beloved Nerazzurri was getting married, by the way.
Yes, lovely.
Yeah, a young Lisandro Martinez was having a wedding.
Oh, boom. Yes, man like Lisandro. Yes.
And there was a plethora of guests. You saw the interesting, the mandem was there. But who was the VIP out of the blue? Megan Tino the Stallion was at Lisandro Martinez's wedding. And Mandem tried to play it off like, no. He doesn't.
It's casual.
How does Megan know Lisandro Martinez?
That's the question I got for you guys.
How?
She knows Lauti. How?
So she knows Lauti.
How?
I'm trying to connect the dots in it there. You got Megan Thee Stallion, right? She doing her thing in the US, doing her thing. You've then got Lautaro, right? who's like, okay, he's Argentinian, living in Italy. Like, I'm trying to connect the dot. What is the link with Argentina, Italy, the US? What could it be? What could it be, ladies and gentlemen?
It's Big Rom.
Of course, Big Rom with
It's
the
the night.
accent of the century.
Guys,
Yeah, with the American accent of the century.
People have to stop playing on Lukaku's name, yeah? Because Lukaku is a 50, he's a 50,
fantastic.
He's a 50-50 guy. He's a 50-50 guy, yeah? Aesthetically, to watch as a footballer, a bit higgy. But his goal record, fantastic, yeah?
It is what it is, yeah?
As a human, he does very, very stupid things, yeah? He's a bit dumb. But his record with women, sensational. You have to
guys,
giving Lukaku his props.
Listen. No, Osaka. The fact that people are knowing who this guy is via Megan Thee Stallion is the funniest thing in the world. When people are saying,
women are saying,
yo, Megan's got this new thing. Who's this Tyrese looking?
Do you know what they said? Do you know what they said? He said, she gone European now.
she gone European now.
They posted a picture of his Calvin Klein shoes,
brother.
Listen, last year I was seeing him in pics of Tim's.
I'll tell you what though, yeah. Social media is a scary place because the comment section from that Lukaku Calvin Klein shoe, when they find out that's Megan's man, yeah. The comments, guys, listen. I don't know if it's American women. To the Americans that are watching us, you lot can vouch. But the women they are thirsty. When I say they are thirsty, now maybe
question. When this whole thing happened, yeah,
Brooklyn edition.
That was the comment that I meant to put up. Brooklyn edition of Lukaku bags Megan Thee Stallion. The thing is, yeah, did it make you look at Lukaku differently? Like,
brother, I've never seen him like this. I've never seen him like this. Like,
when I think of Lukaku, I think of a meme. Like, Lukaku's a walking meme.
Yeah,
but then the way these people were talking about him, oh, this handsome, in shape man. I'm like, yo.
I started to think. I said, yo, hang on a minute. This guy was overweight. Yeah, this guy, he's wearing Timbs. He's in jeans, and these chicks are falling for this guy. I said, we've been wrong. We've missed completely.
Do you know what made me die?
He's just overweight for a footballer.
Of course, yeah. No, of course,
right.
Yeah. We're not talking like
really die. One of the tweets
Henry,
I saw from one of the American chicks was like, "Oh, he's in the championship finals next week in Turkey."
Championship final.
She said, "Oh, I'm going to be tuning in." I said,
"No, guys, I don't think you understand. I would repeat what was said on the comment section. Some of the things that was said about this guy, that the girls were what they were making these girls feel."
Guys, what I'm going to say is, during that Champions League final, I'm going to type into Twitter Meg or Megan and just see in the comments, are there people watching this just to see Megan's man? Because that would be hilarious.
Do you know what? Yeah, I've learned as well. The longer he keeps with her, yeah, he will be in the movies. He's gonna be in American films. I don't think you'll understand.
I said as soon as I saw the picture of them at the wedding, bring him back to the bridge. I need it. I need it. My club needs to be restored. Yeah, 2 seconds ago, Peter was calling my club a racist club. Put Meg in that Chelsea shirt.
It's over.
Rollies Billionaire Blues. Think about it.
Yo.
Hey.
Huh? And the thing is, all the videos surfaced again.
Megan is literally in the middle. It's not like she's in Milan. She's in the middle of the countryside of Italy.
No.
Yes, clapping along with this wedding.
She's at a wedding. She's at a wedding.
Them man are at Lake Como, blood. Them man are not.
And we all know. Lukaku's best friend is Lautaro Martinez.
Hey.
This ain't no. I'm bringing my friend to your wedding. I'm bringing my wife to your wedding. I'm bringing the love of my life,
brother.
And we all know for damn well that Megan will be in Turkey on Saturday.
Oh, she will be going and going. Oh my God, they are that man there. All the Turkish they know. Listen, the Champions League final is going to have celebs on fleek. I was watching the Formula One Grand Prix on the weekend in Spain. Did you see how many players were there in Spain?
Oh, by the way, do you know who's doing the what you call it? The opening show, not the halftime show. The opening. Do you know who's doing it this year?
No, who's that?
But boy.
Aye. What? Fresh out of London Stadium?
Yeah,
London Stadium. He's off to the Champions League final.
It's a W. It's
the thing is, yeah,
But boy is doing it this year.
If he performs plenty at the, that's
Lukaku's not even playing the game. He's not going to play because he's going to be there. He's going to be back up. He's going to be standing next to Burner Boy on stage.
Peter, I don't know if you know anyone who is working the cameras at this Champions League final, but they have to identify Meg early.
Listen.
To identify
Laura Knight, Anthony, get on it now. Get on because they done the Europa League final. They're doing the conference this week. They'll be doing the Champions League final on the weekend. Holy smokes!
Whoever was doing the cameras at the FA Cup final, they call all the celebs. Yeah, I see Noel Gallagher. I see Beckham. I see
slippage. Speaking of that final, did you see the slip, blood, with this gal, yeah? This Man City fan.
Oh my gosh.
Giving it the shot.
She's not that guy. She's not that guy.
She's not that guy.
Trying to give man to call me, you know?
She did more than that. She did more than that.
The thing is, if it was like to a Jack Grealish or Kyle Walker, they entertained it. They friggin' entertained that. she ain't left hanging.
You know, Johnny Stones was hanging out the back of it.
Johnny Stones. Oh my god.
I love John Stones.
Let's move. If Lukaku gets man of the match in the Champions League final, the propaganda will be like Joseph Goebbels in the 1930s.
It'll be unreal.
Nah, this is the biggest comeback. This is the biggest comeback.
It's a funny word. They both signed to the Rock.
Yeah, they are both sides of the Rock as well. Yeah, to Rock Nation.
Yeah,
all right,
I agree that the final is going to be the most watched game ever.
It's going to be the most viewed thing. When the Americans are now on it as well, it's going to be the Black America.
I have Bell Silver. I need Meg Thee Stallion.
Bell's a rider. Bell is a rider as well. Here's the thing. Let's stay in Italy because obviously big up to Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who's announced his retirement at the San Siro when Milan played against Hellas Verona. It was in emotional scenes. Even Zlatan was crying. The Lion was crying as well. And even I don't know if you lot saw this. The Verona fans were booing him.
Yeah, they were
and
booing.
He said, "Keep booing. This is the greatest thing you will ever see in your life." I said, "No, this man he's a champion. He's cutting a promo. They're booing him." He says, "You keep booing, yeah, because this is the greatest thing you're going to see in your life." Imagine his retirement speech. I said, nah, Zlatan's the man. Big up to Zlatan Ibrahimovic. The only shameful thing I'll say, he's had an illustrious career. He's conquered. He's gone and done his thing. He's won everywhere he's played. It's such a shame he's never won the Champions League. It's such a shame because every team he's been at has won the Champions League more or less, besides, obviously LA Galaxy and Paris Saint-Germain. Any thoughts on Zlatan?
I've never liked him.
Why?
As a human or as a footballer?
As a human, I just think he's an idiot. I just think that's probably shouldn't be how I talk about him. Great career, incredible striker, incredible finisher. But the way he just bounced around from club to club and acted as though he was God's gift to football, it was just too much for me, man.
I get you in a sense, but then at some point I just said, you know what? I have to just accept it. Like I always, because you know what? He was like that at Malmo and Ajax. This is, before a pubic hair grew on this man. This guy was talking the way he was talking. He has been like, have you heard this story when he was at Malmo? And he was like, he didn't get, I think he was like 16 or 17, boss in the league. He said, without me, you would have won the league. 16, 17 years of age. Without me, you ain't winning the league. And what pissed him off was he wasn't getting paid, right? Because he wasn't at the legal age to get paid into his bank account. So they paid the money to his dad. And he said, until you pay me in my account, 16, 17 years of age, yeah? Until you pay my account, take all the points off Malmo that I won them this season.
Again, that's a kid with an attitude problem.
Listen, he's a moron as a kid. In terms of his what's the word? His mentality, his upbringing and everything else, right? Fair dues. But, bro, he cuts the best promos of all time. He's up there. There's a few up there.
You know what the greatest thing Zlatan ever did? When he arrived at LA Galaxy, LeBron James sent him a signed jersey, and he signed it and sent it back to LeBron.
That is the best move ever. That's the best move ever. That's the best move ever.
He said, here you go. I've signed your shirt. There you go.
I nearly peed myself. That is the best thing he's ever done. And the thing is, as well, like, because I get your annoyance, Oscar, with him in a sense. Because remember what he said at Man United? He said, "I came, I conquered, and I left." And I went,
They finished sixth, but he conquered. Nah.
Although his only European trophy at Manchester United, when he won the Europa League.
And
But
he
listen,
was in a suit in the final. He wasn't even on the pitch.
yeah. The thing with his career, though, listen, do you know what's funny? He's a legend at PSG. He's a legend at LA Galaxy. Robin would have to chime in here whether he's a legend at Man United or not, right? He's a legend at Inter.
He's a cult hero.
He's a legend at Man United, right?
He's not a legend.
Sorry. No, I didn't mean Man United. Sorry, I meant he's a legend
United.
at Inter.
We do like Zlatan. We do like him a lot.
Yeah.
But he's a more cult hero than anything.
More cult hero. He's a legend at Juve. He's a legend at Inter. And he's a legend at Milan. Like, you got to understand, this guy, wherever he seems to have gone, Ajax. He's an Ajax legend, right? And Malmo, obviously. So when you think about it, you just think, actually, do you know what? You know, this guy scored 4 goals against England for Sweden. Yeah. One of which was an overhead kick from outside the box. Like, illustrious career, won so many titles, did his thing. Like, I just want to just applaud Zlatan because I think a player who I definitely didn't like fall in love with, but I couldn't stop watching him. There was something about him that I just kept being attracted to, and I don't know whether it's just because of his whether I loved his cockiness. I don't know what it was. But yeah, Zlatan retires. Benzema leaving Real Madrid and Messi leaving PSG. Thoughts very quickly.
I don't want Benzema to go to the Saudi League, but it's already
Benzema feels a bit like a waste. I feel like he has a lot more to offer European football. Messi leaving, it's sad because how can you leave and the fans are booing you in your last game? You're literally you're Messi. You're Messi. Yeah. You know, and essentially, you know, what the thing that people said, people said, oh, Neymar went to PSG to win the Champions League and he failed. Everybody always says that about Neymar. They now have to throw that on Messi too, because technically he went there and they didn't get any closer to that Champions League than they were before he came. So,
and that's why he was bought. He was bought to win the Champions League.
It's a sad one for that. I didn't like seeing Messi go out like that. But
but it says more about PSG than it does Messi. Here's the thing, like, you know, whether it is Mbappe, Messi, Neymar, whatever seems to go there, doesn't necessarily mean. You know, and they got the thing is they've had the wrong managers to manage that situation.
They had the wrong managers. They've had a lot of domestics as well.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Christophe Galtier, like, fair enough, he did a great job when he was at Etienne, Nice, whatever. But like at the end of the day, and I think he won the league with Lille. But at the same time, it's like, come on,
he did.
You got to have the big nuts have to deal with the big clubs.
But my question is, where does PSG go next?
Mourinho.
Not Mourinho. I'm talking players as well.
No, I'm saying you have to get the manager. Like, okay, fine, Messi goes, it's gone, it's done, it's finished, right? But then you get like they could get the next crop of top players, like Wonder Kids and whatever. Like they should have been like on the Julian Alvarez thing. I know that they're trying to sign what's my man from Madrid, Asensio.
Yeah,
you know, they've got Asensio.
They've got Ugarte. It seems like he's coming into
them. Like they can decide to just say, look, let's mold a whole new generation that's gonna go ahead, and with Mbappe as king, like they can do it, but it's just they're so mismanaged. It's like WCW, like they had the wrong people running the company. They had all the talent with the wrong people running the company, and it became what it became. I do hope Mbappe. Do I want Mbappe to leave though? There's something I like about Mbappe being in France. No, but the thing is, there is something I like the fact that he's in France. You know what I'm saying? The best French player in the world. He's playing in France, and he's going to carry the French team to win something big. I don't know. I like the idea. I just like the idea.
Lord, Mbappe needs to win a Champions League, man.
I do hear you. He'll be at Real Madrid.
Surely. Come to the mighty Chelsea, Mbappe.
He might go to Real Madrid before we know. Or Barcelona.
Mbappe's garden's bigger than Stamford Bridge.
And the thing is, you're absolutely correct, Balotelli. The youth, their academy, the amount of players that Paris produces, like the city of Paris, It's a joke. It's a joke. And the thing is, obviously, because they're so top heavy in the league, like they end up going to places like Lyon and Rennes and places like that, and then you think they're from there. They're like, no, these are all Parisian-born players. So at the end of the day, man, like I don't know.
Taha says Mbappe to the bridge. Oh, I agree. Baraka says Mbappe should have gone to Madrid when he had the chance. I think the chance is always on the table. I'll be honest.
It's still on the table, especially as well. Eden Hazard, Oscar. What do you think about that, man? Leaving? Is he retiring or is he just leaving Real Madrid?
They're saying he's considered retirement. I think he'll go for one of the big money moves in one of those countries.
It's so sad, isn't it? Like the Hazard thing, because
I checked out for him.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Yeah, on a real, I got a lot of respect for Eden Hazard. And when he left Chelsea to go to Real Madrid, I thought, you know what? Like, go ahead, do your thing.
Done. Yeah,
go ahead and do your thing. But like, and to see what, like, I'm actually hurt by how his career is ending at Madrid. Let it be injury sake or whatever the case may be.
I'll be honest. But like, I'm sad. I'm sad when I watch him. Like when I watch Real Madrid and he's like on the bench. Or like I went to Real Madrid versus Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. The guy was on the bench, didn't even come on. They won the tie. Ancelotti didn't even throw him on for the last like 2 minutes to get a round of applause.
That's so
like,
sad.
It's just so like, why are they doing this to him? Like they're really doing it.
On that.
So it's like I'm sad to see that, but as a selfish Chelsea fan, I'm just like, look, his last season at Chelsea was, in my opinion, his best season at Chelsea. We sold him for 100 mil, and he declined straight after. So I can't be mad, can I? We got the best out of him.
Yeah, I like that season, 2017. I do like that season, but also
2017.
You're saying no for me, 17 when you won the league and 15 when you won the league. I looked at a player and I just said, you know what? Yeah.
Sorry,
I can't argue him.
18-19 to me is the best Hazard I've seen.
Wow. And Chelsea stunk that year, didn't they? Like, okay, you finished third and won the Europa League. You kind of stunk.
Won the Europa League. Hazard was phenomenal that season. Phenomenal.
What a shame. Okay, cool. Very quickly before we close, I need to show you this before we end. And it's basically, have you lot seen what free transfers we've got in the professional? Has it stopped sharing? I think it did stop sharing.
Yeah, it went off.
Let me share it again. Let me share that Rubai again. But basically, have you lot seen what the best sort of team? Let me know if you lot can see that nice and clear.
No,
I can't see the bottom.
We have to.
You need to flip the.
Oh, okay. Is it because of us?
Yeah, I've switched it.
I'll switch it. All right, cool. So look at this. Free transfers, people. Free transfers this summer. It's not looking too bad. I mean, also I want to also mention very quickly Jesse Lingard, because he's in that mix. Like, how gutted are we about his situation, considering where he was this time last year, how high the stocks were, what he's done since, and he's been released by Forest, by the way, just in case anybody didn't know. He's been released by Forest in the summer, so he's without a club. And this time round, he's not even going to be like headhunted. He barely played any football for Forest this season. Got his money, and so you can add Jesse Lingard in your thoughts into this team if you wish. What do we think about this 11?
The whole Gundogan thing is so weird, because I'm like, if I'm City, I'll sign him another year. But it seems like they don't want him.
Well, it seems like I think he doesn't want to be there, knowing the amount of game time he's going to get. It's a bit like Xhaka. I think he's been told you're not going to get, you're not going to play 38 games this season, or 30 even. We're going to bring players in to sort of, you're not going to be playing that many. So yeah. What do we think?
That defense is butters. I agree. That defense.
It smells. The defense and the goalie. It smells. But don't get me wrong. It is what it is. It's still quite a. Like, I don't remember this many players being on a free transfer. I mean, I look at Zaha. I think, bloody hell, like Zaha's on a free. Is Firmino not got a club? Why is he here? Zaha's not even got a thing. I'm just baffled, man.
I'll be real. Outside of Gundogan and Benzema, I don't really care about any of these players.
You don't care about Messi?
Messi, yeah, but Messi's Messi, innit? Like,
you don't care about Zaha or Tielemans?
Nah. Like what? Like they're good. They're good buys for a smaller team. But in terms of my team, I wouldn't take them.
See, I'll take Zaha and I'll take Tielemans on a free comfortably. And if Man United want a striker, knock on Karim's door and say, mate, how about a year ago?
I don't even include Karim in this list because he's gone. Like he's already
He's
going.
gone. He's already about to
I mean,
sign for the
okay,
Saudi.
Yeah, he signed for the nation of Saudi Arabia. Like no one even knows what the club is, right?
No.
He's just
The
gone.
club has been. Sorry,
Name the club. Name
The club
name.
is Al Italal. Like they did the picture today. It's just like a yellow and black striped team. So yeah, the
Okay,
club has
fair
been
enough.
announced.
Fair enough. You know, but I look at that and I just think, wow, this is you know, you know, Gundogan, yes, and you know, Tielemans. I'm looking at them. It's a good side. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at the Lamars of this world. I'm looking at not Lamar, sorry, Lamar. I don't know anymore. I haven't watched him since we got linked with him and he went to Atletico. I don't know. But yeah, Kai Havertz to Madrid.
Balotelli's only premises wants me to speak on Kai Havertz to Real Madrid. I can say all I need to say in one sentence. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We got him. This Kai is failed at Chelsea. It just has not worked. I'd say 30% Chelsea's fault, 70% Kai's fault. He's had the chance to be a starter at Chelsea for multiple, like a large run of games in every single season. And I think he's just fumbled each time. Like he's not taken the ball by the horns and made that any position his own. We still don't know the best position for him. So maybe that's on Chelsea's part because we don't know how to develop players at all, which is why we shouldn't sign young players. But yeah, I hope he goes to Madrid. I really, really do. If we could recruit some of that 70 mil back, I don't think he'll go for 70 mil, which explains how bad his time has been. But if we can recruit some of it back, let him go.
Would you say it's more bad Kai or is it more bad Chelsea with the situation with Kai Havertz?
30-70. I think 70% of it is on Kai Havertz. He like most of the
70,
players.
Yeah,
most of the players at Chelsea that fail, they can always complain about injuries hampering themselves or game time hampering them. Yeah, so like your Pulisic, your Hudson-Odois, I don't know. They always have an excuse or a crutch, like, oh, I was injured. Oh, I didn't play too much. Oh, bro, we gave Kai in every single season. Kai's been here 3 seasons. In every single season, Kai has given a free run to be a starter in this team and have a real crack and say, go, unleash yourself. The guy has never unleashed. Yeah, he's been timid, he's been tame, and he's offered nothing. It's not like, oh, when he's not scoring, he's been great with link up. No, he's done none of those things. He's just been poor.
And what about your thoughts on Mason Mount, linked away from Chelsea, got 1 year left on his contract? There seems to be a bit of a wage sort of thing that's kind of putting thoughts on the deal.
I think it's horrible. Apparently, Chelsea have offered him a 200k a week contract. He's looking at people around.
That he's rejected.
Yeah, because he's looking at people around. Like you've got Sterling on what I think close to 300. You've got Reece who's on 250. He's looking at the people around him that Chelsea are valuing, and the players that we're bringing in on big money. And he's saying, hold on, I've been at this club since the academy. I've come in, I've won the Champions League. I've been player of the season twice. I've just seen your boy Bukayo Saka got a brand new contract where he's earning more than me, never won a trophy like I have. So why on earth is my club not valuing me to the same degree? Wherever Declan Rice goes, he's going to be on a bigger contract than Mace. So Mason Mount is rightfully aggrieved at the contract that Chelsea have given him. But at the same time, does it make sense for the club to go and give Mason Mount 250 when if we get the signings that we're supposed to get, Mason Mount will no longer be a starter at this club? So it's like, I can't blame anyone in the situation. I don't think the club is doing anything wrong because they've offered him a deal. But Chelsea should 1000% offer Mount a deal. We should be trying to keep this player at our club. He's a fantastic player. However, if it's more than 200k, like shout out to SW6, he says, look, Mount ain't worth more than 200k. I can't see an argument for that either. He's not worth more than 200k. And if Mount says, look, I can get 200k, I can go to Man United and get 250. Why should he stay at Chelsea?
Absolutely.
But one thing what I do think is, if I don't know, I can't speak on it because I've never been offered this amount of money before. But would I rather be on 200k at Chelsea, where he is the poster boy of Chelsea Football Club? He is loved like in a way that he will not be loved anywhere else. He's not going to go to Man United and get the same love he gets at Chelsea. It's not going to happen. So you could go and make more money elsewhere. Will you have that?
A lot of Man United fans are not too fond on this deal anyway, so he definitely won't get that love.
But Robin, it won't take long before the top Reds love Mason Mount. Mason Mount is
of course,
he's a fan favorite.
The top Reds
the top Reds love him. So
Hey, Mace, I'll see you at the Emirates, mate. I'll see you at the Emirates in August. Never mind that.
Mount says, Assad says Mount and Havertz gone on the same server. It's beautiful. Assad says Kai was shocking from the go. Oscar, remember his debut at Brighton. He's had a combined good 4 months in his Chelsea career. Pathetic player. He also says, "Oh, Wagwan for all you João Felix fans. I told you, man, this youth is not all that. All star, no substance. Poch has seen the light. 21-year-old star boy who
that's baffled me. But I think Pochettino has said no because of what it will cost, not because of the player. He can't look at the player and think, nah, I don't want him. Surely not.
Like, I see a lot of Chelsea fans talking like this. The Chelsea fans that don't like Kai Havertz, they're like, "Oh, see, he came to our club and was our top goal scorer in 6 months. Like, he's not even a goal. Like, the one thing people criticize João Felix for is that he doesn't score a lot of goals anywhere he's been. He came to Chelsea and was the top goal scorer. Our team finished 12th. We were finishing 12th with or without João Felix. Sure. I don't understand this thing that people are saying it like it's a W. Oh yeah, Felix came and nothing happened.
Felix is a fantastic player. He's a fantastic player.
Like I said,
I was never before he came to Chelsea. I was never on the. Ask these guys. I was not the Felix guy. I was not on the Felix train. I was just like, he seems cool, but I didn't get the hype. When he came to Chelsea, I'm like, oh, this is a very good player. And if you put him in a system with a good manager that knows what he's doing, anyone can get greatness out of João Felix. Like, it's not even. Look, Balotelli's 11-12 premises is saying bring Joao to the Etihad, because we know for a fact if he went to the Etihad,
bring him to the Emirates, man. Bring him.
Are there limitations on his game? 1,000%. There definitely is.
Yeah, he's a kid.
The positives outweigh the limitations, and when we're talking about players like Kai Havertz,
absolutely,
in comparison, night and day. It's not.
You've got Pulisic, who we know you can't get a tune out of anymore. Something's just it's broken. The toy is just broken. Okay.
I really wanted him to stay. Shout out to guys and say I don't want that cuck up my club.
Wow.
Felix looks great. Kai plays with dead ballers. He wouldn't even start 10 games for City.
That's an egregious comment. Okay, we need to wrap up, guys. We've got predictions ahead for this week. Okay. West Ham against Fiorentina. Yes,
can I make an observation that I made this week?
Go on.
Ham massive. Continue.
So West Ham are massive. Can I give you an observation? I'll give you an observation, guys. Do you know who's not that guy for the season? I know I got my rinse. Me and Mirad got our rinse last week. But Borussia Dortmund, yeah? Excuse me. How we forgot to mention them last week is criminal by us.
Criminal.
They lost the league on the last day, in the last 5 minutes of the season. They lost the league. I just want to say,
last 5 minutes. Did you see the whole game?
No. What I'm saying is,
2 minutes.
What I'm saying is, there was a point in the game where who were they playing? Cologne. Bayern Munich were playing Cologne. It was 1-1, meaning Dortmund would have won the title because they were drawing as well. However, the fact that Bayern scored in injury time, the fact that Dortmund were 2 down,
guys,
missing penalties.
Guys, can I just tell you what my life was like at this time? I'm sat at a wedding in the south of Sardinia. Yeah, the sun is beating on my head. The pastor is giving the most beautiful ceremony I've ever heard in my life. I'm getting ping, ping, ping. I'm looking at my watch. I'm seeing Robin, Top 4 podcast group chat. My head was kettled. I said, how on earth are Dortmund letting this slip? I couldn't believe.
Said, Tommy Tukes.
Honestly,
Tommy Tukes. It's because the week before, people said Tommy Tukes is going to be on watch. I remember that the week before the final round.
I know he was going to dunk on his head.
They were like, we're going to dunk on Tommy Tukes.
Because someone in the comments said to me, Oscar, I beg you dunk on Tuchel because they lost. And I said, I'm saving it for next week because I don't want to be that guy that gets caught out.
You save. Because you're mate.
See what I mean? I said, they slandered my guy Tuchel. This has nothing to do with Tuchel.
Oscar, they brought Oscar Tuchel.
Crap.
Tuchel was brought to the forefront 2 weeks ago.
Okay, PR.
He was brought on the witness stand, wasn't he?
Hold on. Because when Tuchel went to Bayern, they were on for a treble. He lost the treble. He got battered in the Champions League, and he did everything he could to lose the league. He did everything in his
He did
power.
everything.
No, but what I will say is with Tommy Tuchel is that there was a lot of sin at Bayern Munich, and what happened is they took Nagelsmann out, and then they brought Tuchel in, and everyone then got to see the sin. They fired their sporting director when they were celebrating the title. Like,
No, it was
Bayern Munich
before
is a
that.
mess.
He wasn't allowed to go to the final game of the season.
I'm not talking about Khan. Okay, so Oliver Khan gets fired the night before, and then what's his name?
And then the other guy got fired on the pitch. Yeah,
they're celebrating the title, 11 titles in a row, and he's fired on the pitch. Oscar, Bayern Munich is a friggin' disgrace. There's a lot going on over there, and guess what? Dortmund still didn't win the friggin' title. I'm with you.
But at the same time, though, Bayern operated like a big club. You said, right, you messed up. Get out of here.
Guys, but you have to understand, Bayern lost with 5 games to go. They let Dortmund in, and Dortmund lost. Then
against Mainz.
The game is going. 2 games to go.
Lost 4 games in a row. They lost 4 games in a row, Mainz. 4 on the spin. They've lost. Mainz lost 4 on the spin.
With 2 games to go, Bayern then lose to Leipzig. Again, the ball is in your court, Dortmund. Final game of the season. At home! Bayern are away! Bayern are away! These guys...
They're a disgrace.
You're a crap club. You don't deserve anything. The guy didn't even start Bellingham.
Anyway, look at their performance against Chelsea. They were freaking awful. So that told you everything you need to know about
Chelsea's
that side.
Mainz.
You say Chelsea's one thing. Chelsea finished 12th in the Premier League.
But
they couldn't buy the win.
Mainz also beat Bayern.
Yeah, I mean, Mainz lost 4 in a row. It is what it is.
Mainz are crap.
Getting fired at the work motive is crazy.
Man's getting fired in Cologne. What? Who am I? What's this? Okay. Predictions: Fiorentina versus West Ham United. You know me. I'm a salute for the Fiorentina massive. Don't mind if West Ham win. I ain't got no issue if they do win. But come on, Vicento Italiano. Yeah, the guy is called. The manager of Fiorentina is called Vicento Italiano. How is your surname called Italy? No, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
It doesn't get more Italian.
Oscar, do you know what he's criticised for the most?
What?
Not having enough Italian players in his team. Serie A is fantastic, guys. Listen, next season, guys. TNT Sports. TNT Sports. Never mind BT Sport. TNT Sports. Get into Serie A next season. That's what I've got to say about that. That's what I got to say about that.
Look, there's only one team that is doing it on Wednesday, and that is the club that is massive. Yeah? Massive. Just sold my car to Luis Paqueta. Just sold my car. Come on, man. We're bringing it home. We're bringing it home, man. Come on, you Irons.
Listen, I'd love to see West Ham win a European trophy. I think that'd be cool.
Why did they do that?
You see, Taha, and you know what? That's the reason I can't have West Ham winning it this week.
Why did they say Arsenal don't have a European trophy?
I don't know. They don't know the history. We have European success, people.
I'm sorry, that if we're counting Conference League, then we have to count Cup Winners' Cup.
Cup Winners' Cup, yeah. We have to. We have to.
Conference. Even Europa.
Ain't the Cup Winners' Cup a Europa League? What's the UEFA Cup? Yeah. Because the Cup Winners' Cup, the Cup Winners' Cup is you have to win the FA Cup to get into the Cup Winners' Cup.
Listen, that's a great tournament, by the way. Every domestic cup winner across the world playing against each other, fantastic stuff. And then, of course, you know, the Europa League, UEFA Cup, same competition, just changed it into a league rather than just a cup. And then the Intertoto Cup. I think West Ham used to be in.
So the UEFA Cup and the Cup Winners' Cup was merged to make.
To be fair, yes, you're right. Yeah, exactly. You're right, exactly. So it's a Europa League of dreams what we have. Anyway, but who? Come on, predictions, guys. I need to go. Predictions.
West Ham.
Come on, Fiorentina. Oscar, come on, Fiorentina. Come on.
Just sold my car. Hey, listen, airport that way, Prague that way. West Ham are bringing it home. Yeah.
Oscar, listen, you man, yeah. When Artur Cabral scores the winner for Fiorentina, yeah, I'll see you lot next week. I'll see
What
you
I'm
lot
saying,
next week.
this is gonna be a moment in history in the career of Declan Rice. This is gonna be the first of many trophies
Wow.
in the story career. And by the way, he's gonna win so much in his career. Yeah, he will win stuff with whoever team he goes to next. He'll win stuff with the team he goes to after. He might even win a cheeky competition with England. But the fact that he dragged West Ham to European glory will be the greatest thing Declan Rice does in his entire career.
Question: Is this if West Ham win? Is this Moisey's greatest thing in his whole career?
That's his
1,000%.
Great achievement, yeah, for sure.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Okay, Champions League final, guys. Let's talk about it. It's the big one. The biggest.
Champions.
Inter Milan Internazionale versus
International.
Manchester City. Blue East, the Eastlands, right? Manchester City versus Inter Milan. Guys, what are your thoughts? Predictions.
Guys, I've said it now. If Inter Milan win this game, my profile picture will be a picture of Lukaku with the trophy for a week on Twitter, yeah? But if Meg happens to be in the stadium, it's staying that way till the next season. Till August the 20 whatever, it will be a picture of Meg, Lukaku, and the Champions League. That will be my profile picture.
Guys,
I promise you that. I promise you.
Besides Balotelli, everyone needs to get praying and fasting right now. Between now and Saturday, 7:45. Okay, we need to see Interisti live it again. Oh, Robinho. Let me tell you something right now.
I said, if Inter Milan win the Champions League Sunday, I'm in Milan. Sunday.
I'll tell you right now. If Edin Dzeko gets the winner, let me tell you. If Edin Dzeko,
let him go, let him lose at your peril. If Edin Dzeko comes back to haunt Manchester City. Wow.
Oh, wow. Nico Barella, huh? Lautaro Martinez, Romelu Lukaku. Let call him Lukaku. It doesn't matter. I don't give a damn. The thing is, as you said, SW6. Listen, I'm pro Inter. I want Inter to win first. However, if City win, listen, I'm like, hey, Fergie got matched. That's a different levels. But I would rather Inter win. I can't lie. As much as I hate Man United, I'd rather Inter win.
The thing is, when I think about the actual game taking place, we have to plead, we have to pray so much. There's no way Inter are beating Man City. There's no way.
No, Oscar, no. Oscar, do yourself a favor. Go watch Galazzo from last week, okay? Jim Horncastle.
I watched the game live.
AC Jimbo.
They were
Get involved with the crew.
I watched them against Torino. They were mid.
Yeah, they were mid against Torino at the Grande Torino. The thing is, though, let's be very clear. Guys, if City do not win this final, we will never let them win it. We will never let them live this down. We would never. Let's be clear, because we've been waxing lyrical about this City team, Pep City, boom, boom, boom. Guys, if we walk to the Community Shield next season, the treble is on the line. 2 out of 3 fouls, right? It is on the frigging line. And Simone Inzaghi, former Lazio. I tell you what, it's written.
Milan.
It's written.
And also, let's just say, Inter Milan do have heritage in the final. They do.
Tell them again. Listen, Robin, last time I checked, you got a star in your chest. You got a star in your chest. Exactly. Because we were there. We were there when Diego Milito double against Bayern München. You know what I'm saying? And they could do it, man. They could do it. Pete, if City win,
and remember, they were not the favourites in that match. They were not the favourites.
No, they weren't the favorite. Well, favourites are Jace. They beat Barca. They beat Barca in the semi.
But no, everyone had their money on Bayern. Everyone had their money.
True. You're probably right. Pete, if City win people start saying they're bigger than you because you've not won a Champions League because they've won a Champions League before you. Listen, blood, yeah. With all that bent money, yeah, all that 115 strikes, I'm ready for it, mate. That'll be my agenda from next season. But anyways, we're predicting, as you can see, we're all predicting an Inter win here. Hoping it happens. But yeah, we'll find out next week, people. Tune in to the Top 4 podcast every single Monday at 8 p.m.
Before we go.
Very quickly, Robin. I need to go very quickly.
Big up Union Berlin and big up Union for qualifying for next year's Champions League.
Yeah, and RC Lens. They'll be in the Champions League. Union Berlin, by the way, who got promoted 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? They were in the 5th tier. I think they were in the 5th or 6th tier when Dortmund when Dortmund lost the final of the Champions League in 2013 to Bayern Munich. They've come far. Now, Robin, they were treble winners that season. Yeah, they were treble winners, but come on.
They
Listen,
won the
against. By the way, do you remember Balotelli, the Italian league that year with Ranieri's Roma? Turn it in. That's all they had to fight. That's all they had to fight against. Never mind that. But yeah. What was your last comment was what? Remind me.
Union Berlin, RC
Union
Lens.
Berlin and RC Lens. Yes, they're in the Champions League next season, alongside Arsenal, Manchester United, Newcastle United, and Manchester City. Until next week, people. By the way, Arsenal in the Community Shield. Thank you very much, Man United. Arsenal will be playing in the Community Shield at Wembley. No, nobody cares except for me.
It's because Arsenal will be losing the Community Shield.
Mate, I'll be having red and white on my face, bro. I'll be walking there like, you know what I'm saying, at Wembley.
A couple of cans.
Couple of cans, and then it will be 2-0 Man City inside 15 minutes.
What's the date of that?
I think, I want to say, I know it's like August 6th. Yeah. It's the August.
It's normally like a week before the actual season starts.
Yeah, it's August. It's 5th.
We're not even getting a break this year.
By the way, do you know what I saw something that's? Do you know I saw something that was a farce?
And the fixtures come out next week. By the way, Premier League fixtures come out next week. You heard it here first. 15th of June.
Do you know what FC Barcelona right now? They're in Japan.
Japan. They're not that guy.
Now.
Talk about being broke. That's when you know. When you need money that bad after flight to Japan, the week after the league finished. No.
Yeah, that bag must have been sweet.
Yeah, but they need the money. Anyway, guys, till next week, make sure you follow us at Top 4 Podcast on Twitter, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Make sure you're there. We'll be back next Monday, 8 p.m., discussing the Champions League final.
Final part of the season.
Final part of the season, Champions League final, and the Europa League conference final as well. Very briefly. Until next week, people. Peace.